Go and do whatever you're gonna do. I didn't use anything.
Yeah, it's not important. I was gonna get a charge thing, but go ahead.
Oh, go ahead and do the charge thing. I got a whole intro to do.
All right, I'll be right back, man.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for joining Untunnel Studios. Chatterbox number 10. Can you believe we made it to double digits, folks? I can't either. So you're not alone. Here we go. All right. And I'm fucking around on Twitter here. And yeah, just, joining us, and we'll just keep being awful, really, is ultimately what it is. We're very good at that. And nothing to worry about. So tonight, I'm not sure who we're going to have. I know we have Day Tour Quad joining us again. But I can't Twitter is so annoying, man. You miss that little tiny heart button or that little retweet button, and it's fucking just blows the tweet up every goddamn time. Hate that shit. But Engelhart, haven't heard from him yet, but we'll see what's happening with him, I'm sure, in a few minutes. And then Mike tends to potentially join in. And but then again, nobody joins us until we've been going for a little while anyway, so it all works out in the end.
Yeah, I don't think we even have anybody in the chat, do we?
Nah. We have 2 viewers. I'm the one watching the chat. There may be somebody in the chat that just isn't, or maybe viewing and just didn't type anything in.
Well, no, I usually watch it on I have it going on my phone. That's what I went to do, is grab my charger for my phone.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's basically me and you watching it.
So the 2 viewers are you and me. And we're the
Yep.
So it's like in Inception and shit.
All right.
That's pretty awesome. Oh man, fucking saw the worst goddamn thing that's being tweeted around the interwebs.
Mm-hmm.
Some fucking 2 dudes getting in a fight in fucking traffic or something, and this dude in a red car pulls the fucking dog out of the other guy's car, throws it, and then when it runs to try to get back in the car, fucking runs it over as he drives off.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. But if you see that, retweet it, get it to as many people. Same with the viewers. Fucking, I know I retweeted it. Definitely want as many people to fucking see that shit as possible.
Yeah, that is awful, man.
Just so, nobody knows who he is yet. So.
Oh, I gotcha.
So, even if you fucking hate me, check my Twitter and fucking retweet that shit and fucking don't find who did it, because that would be pretty cool if the internet could find that dude and fucking make sure he goes to jail.
Right. Yeah, that's horrible. Like, even just throwing it's pretty fucking horrible. Yeah. Then to run over it.
And it's somebody else's dog, so what the fuck are you doing throwing somebody else's, like, the dog had nothing to fucking do with it, man.
Yeah, that is awful, man.
Like, literally, dog is just hanging out in the fucking van, not involved in the fight, didn't drive the van, wasn't responsible for any of it.
Right. That's just, goddamn. Just run them over and drive off.
If you're going to throw somebody in traffic and run them over, fucking make it Antifa.
Yeah. Get those fuckers out of there.
Oh, I like that more and more states are making it illegal to run them the fuck over.
Yeah.
That's awful, but...
Right. But no, they're fucking bullshit. Jumping on the freeways like fucking dumbasses. Yeah, well, they're not doing that much anymore, but they're blocking regular roads and shit, right?
Oh, yeah, well, I saw a video where, like, they were marching in some city. I don't know what city, but they were, like, probably 100 of them marching up the on-ramp to get on the fucking freeway and block it. And maybe 20 fucking cop cars just come screaming through. No intention of stopping, so the Antifa just scramble out of their way, barely.
Nice.
And they just block the whole on-ramp, and then every cop gets out, and they're like, you get off this on-ramp or you will be arrested. Move now. And just, like, start pushing them off.
Well, I'm glad they're finally figuring that out, man. Like, it seemed like they were going to just let them run wild forever, man.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, especially with the freeways and stuff, because, like, fucking ambulances need to get places, man. And that's the way they do. They get there through the fucking freeway 90% of the time, because it's the quickest way from one side of town to the other or whatever,
Right. Yeah, there's no stoplights. There's, you don't have to deal with any of that. Yeah, it's ridiculous for them to. Yeah, and one part I'm kind of glad they did it because it helped turn public opinion against them. But
yeah, there is that. True. We do have we have William Stinchiver in the audience joining us.
Hey,
And, dude, nothing to worry about tonight. Opal has declined to join us again. We've probably scared her off forever. Or she might be sleepy or fucking whatever. I mean,
she found food. She got food. Yeah. She doesn't need it anymore.
She got to eat and now she's tired. She's like, oh, I can sleep now that I'm not fucking starving.
I got my $1 from Engelhardt. I got food. I'm good.
Yeah.
I can't believe he actually did it, dude. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he did or not. I actually would ask him. Probably not. He's as poor as I am. Did you know? No.
Well, I thought she said that he did. I thought she said that she saw that he actually did do the $1.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't actually pay attention to that. Yeah, do you know then? Okay, yeah. Well, keep that in mind. If I ask her again, I'll be like, yeah, please don't beg. We're all fucking poor. There's not thousands of viewers to fucking throw money at you on my channel.
Right.
Or on our channel, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But, fair enough. I thought she was all right. I thought she was funny. I mean, that's just me. But then again...
Yeah, I got parts of just she like I said, she was kind of not flowing with the conversation a lot of times. Like, we'd be actually talking about something, and then she'd just be like, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a pause and we're not talking about anything, not a big deal. But no, she was all right, dude.
If anybody knows who Megan McCarthy is.
Megan McCarthy.
She's a YouTuber with another kind of extremely high pitched voice, and there's just something about that high pitched voice and just making inappropriate jokes. It's really funny. Although Megan McCarthy doesn't make as many inappropriate jokes or to the same level as Opal does. It just I just laugh. I don't know.
Right.
Everybody's got
because they can kind of get away with it,
and that's mine.
Yeah. They can get away with it because of the fucking voice, basically.
Oh, here we go. I don't know. I wanted to show this that I got here. It's a tiny little... I don't know if you can quite make it out.
It's a little fuzzy, but it appears to be the head of a...
It's a tiny little penis with a face. And you see it's got little feet on it. And then on the back, it's got little butt cheeks.
Wow. Nut cheeks? Did you say nut cheeks?
Butt cheeks.
No, those are nut cheeks, dude.
Oh, yeah, I suppose they would be nut cheeks, but they're on the back of it. That'd be like having balls on top of your dick. It'd be real fucking weird. But I fucking came home one day and there were about 10 of these hidden around my house.
Oh, wow.
Thought I'd share that. My sister and my mom thought it'd be fucking funny to hide them all over.
That's pretty good.
Inverted balls, yeah. Micro penis and inverted balls. That'd be awkward. Although if your balls were on top, maybe they wouldn't smell as bad and it'd be easy to get just to fucking suck on them and stuff,
right. Like if they had to go through the balls to get to the dick.
Yeah. Oh man. Although I still think fucking lemons, just lightly lemon fucking scented and flavored wet wipes for people to clean their fucking junk off. Would sell through the fucking roof. It's just freshen up, man.
Yeah, just give them a quick wipe.
Yeah, freshen.
Women like balls, they just don't like the way they smell or taste.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure,
I have no idea.
A hot day, the coochie ain't doing much better either,
All right.
It always tastes a little swamp ass, but, Sorry, that was awful. It's that time of the month and you get fucking some clotting going on. Chewy bits.
Yeah, that still grosses me out. I felt bad about it because I treated my, any woman that's on the rag, I treat them like they're fucking, like they're a leper almost. No, not going near that. Let me know what spotting. No, okay. Let me know when the spotting is done. I don't want anything to do with that.
Make it feel better though.
Oh, I understand that. I just could never get past it, dude. I think actually Patrice O'Neill had a thing He had a little routine about it. He's like, I know if I just did it once, it would just make her so happy, but no. I can't do it. Come on, do it. Oh my God.
You know, Dennis asking if it was a bit hot in my part of Maine. Yeah, up in the fucking, it was like 97, 98 or something today, which I'm sure for a lot of people is not bad, but I live in, you know, the western coast of Maine, and we don't usually get temperatures like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, was it humid too, or just hot?
It's the humidity, yeah. We don't usually get a lot of humid heat, but we've been getting it this summer.
Dude, that's the worst, man. Because
dry heat isn't as bad.
No, definitely not. Like, I'll take 105, like here in southwest Maine where I'm at. 105, that dry heat is way easier to deal with than like 90 degrees with like 100% humidity.
Well, we were only up into like 48, 49%. But
even that.
Climbing up into the 60s, and usually in my area of Maine, you're looking at like 20s at the most. That's a really humid, hot day.
Yeah.
So to what I'm acclimated to, it's like twice as much.
Right. Yeah, it's the same here. And like tomorrow's probably going to suck because it rained tonight, finally. We actually got some rain here. And the days after it rains are always the worst. Like, it's about 10 degrees cooler, but it's so goddamn humid. It's like way worse. Like, you're wishing, like, there's sometimes when it'd be like 120 and then it rains, and then the next day it's like 110, but incredibly humid. And it's just goddamn awful. So you're like, God, the 120 was actually easier.
Oh man, one of the people in here is in Florida, and like there is no dry heat.
Yeah. No, I actually, my first rehab, I went to Jacksonville, to a place in Jacksonville, man. So that's how I know the big difference, because I was there for 6 fucking weeks, dude.
Don't you just like walk outside and essentially just like immediately your shirt is just soaking with sweat?
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Yeah, it's nasty. I could not handle it. They're like, you're from Arizona. I'm like, dude, we don't have any. It's not this fucking humid all the time.
Yeah, I'm not taking a drink of water with every breath in fucking Arizona.
Right. Yeah, you can actually like just breathing that fucking air is difficult, man. It's really weird.
No, I have a hard time breathing when it's humid too. I couldn't imagine being in fucking Florida or somewhere where it's super damp all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
California, but I'm not entirely sure yet where I want to go. Like, I'm thinking Oregon, but I'm not sure like that's going to be more of the same.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure how Oregon gets, but
I think if I stay in rural areas, it won't be quite as bad.
Right.
Like, I think Portland is really bad, but other than that, like it's you know, a fairly decent place to live. But like Portland is kind of like taken over by fucking street gangs of like the Black Bloc and fucking Antifa and fucking the anarchists and shit.
Yeah, they used to be just like fun hippies, and now they're fucking lunatics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably like living in Chicago though, where there's just areas that's just not safe to fucking go.
Right.
Because you have all these like criminal elements. Like, everyone wants to pretend they're protesters. They're fucking street gangs, essentially.
Right. Yeah, they would have been there no matter who won or whoever was in charge.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if it fucking like the Bloods or the Crips were doing this?
Right.
Probably like way back in the 80s. I doubt the Bloods and Crips even exist in that form and now, but they were like the two biggest gangs in the United States when I was in like high school and junior high.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
And fucking, I always thought it was funny because they were blue and red, and so were like the Democrats and the Republicans. I was like, let me fucking see the fucking parallels here, guys. Blue and red.
Nice.
You're in the wrong area with the wrong fucking color.
Yeah, that shit was fucking nuts, man.
But you know, like, can you imagine if they were taking over cities like fucking is going on in like Portland and other places?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, south of LA is shit. And so is it still like that in LA? Like the fucking gangs control like the Compton area and stuff like that? I know in LA there was like a real big problem for a long time where you couldn't go to certain areas.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Shot on the freeway. Fucking. That was just random people. I don't think that was gang related. It was like for a week or something, like every other day, you just hear like somebody got shot just by random people getting mad about them on the freeway.
Yeah, yeah. The road rage. Although dealing with LA traffic, god damn, I could see myself losing it. If I had to deal with that shit every day, holy, or maybe I'd just get used to it, but more likely I'd fucking snap. Probably not shooting people, but I'd probably like fucking end up taking like a golf club to somebody's windshield or something.
Oh my god.
That shit's infuriating.
Sorry, I just poured a bunch of ice cold water on myself by accident, so that was a fucking terrible idea.
Sounds refreshing.
Well, I missed the crotch, thank God. And I didn't hit any electronics, so.
Nice.
But I fucking froze these 1 liter bottles of water.
Right.
And I keep forgetting that when they're just partially starting to unfreeze, that the water has expanded because it's ice. And so when you open the cap and there's just a little, like 2 or 3 swallows of water in there, like 2 of the 3 are just coming right out.
Right.
As soon as the seal is broken.
Yeah. Well, the water actually expands when it freezes, right? Like ice actually takes up more space than water does.
Yeah, so it's like it's all fucking bulged out. And then I'm like, seal, and then it's sprayed out about like 4 or 5 tablespoons of water.
Yeesh. Yeah, you're supposed to leave a little room. You don't fill it to the top, silly.
Oh, Stan is talking about Bay Area traffic. Yeah, driving in San Francisco is the fucking worst. Like, people in California talk about being nice, but in like San Francisco, like, if you want to merge, you better have been in that lane like fucking a mile ago. Because nobody wants to let anybody into the lanes. Like, nobody wants anybody to merge. You have to force your way in. And it just makes the traffic look so bad. Like, I bought a 65 Mustang a while ago because I had a car that was totaled and I got the check from it. And I'm like, I'm going to go fucking buy a 65 Mustang because I'm fucking 20 and stupid as shit.
Right.
And fucking one of the main thoroughfares in the middle of rush hour is like this 3-lane road called Junipero. And I broke down in the middle lane in the middle of rush hour. And fucking, I'm talking like hood up, smoke pouring out of the car. And so, but like nobody wanted to go around.
Oh, wow. Like nobody in the other lanes wanted to let anybody go around.
Yeah, and I'm talking like billowing clouds of fucking smoke pouring out of the hood of the car. Like you could see it for probably miles. I'm sure somebody thought it was a fire. But yeah,
people still pissed off at you. Like, look, dude, I'm not faking. You see the smoke.
I wasn't even in the car. I wasn't going to stay in the car in the middle of traffic. That'd be crazy.
Right.
Somebody's going to hit the car, man. I was like, if the car gets hit, that's going to suck because it didn't have emergency blinkers because it's a 65 Mustang. But, well, sorry.
Although they do have kind of, Junoson's got a point. The LA people do know how to drive on the freeways. Yeah, like I've gone through there, like, what do you call it? Like 9, 10 at night. Like there's still a shitload of traffic, but everybody's going like 70. It's like almost bumper to bumper, but everybody's hauling ass, and they know how to drive in that shit. Like here in Phoenix, they fucking suck, dude. They suck at driving in this shit, dude.
Do you have a lot of 4-way stops? Because that's what kills San Francisco traffic is all the 4-way stop signs.
Oh yeah.
It's not the freeways. San Francisco is all about the 4-way stop signs. There's so many places that they should have traffic lights that they don't.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah. No. Phoenix is a modern, pretty modern city. So it's got the street lights everywhere.
So it's just traffic. I don't know what it is, man. It's some places people know how to drive on the freeway, some they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever.
Or when it rains. When it rains here, people freak out. Like I know it doesn't rain a lot, but like if you've lived here, you've definitely driven in rain a lot. You know what I mean over the years, but people still freak out when it starts raining.
Oh man, it's the worst here. As soon as it starts raining, people are like, the fucking world's gonna end. Drive like a madman.
Right.
Looks like
you don't have to slow down to 30. Mm. What happened?
Engelhardt is welching out. He's going to be joining us tonight. Sorry, I figured I'd explain why I was super distracted.
Mm.
We might still get mine. You never know.
See what happens. So yeah, we were supposed to go camping. We're going to take off tomorrow, and then apparently where we're going to go camping, there are like flash flood warnings and shit.
Ooh,
and then,
don't want to fuck around with that.
Yeah, and actually today, I guess up probably only about 20 or 30 miles from where we were going. There's like a bunch of creeks and, not like anywhere else, obviously, because it's a desert, but there's a bunch of little creeks and rivers and stuff around there. And, there'll be little spots where there's pools of water where people go swimming and shit. Well, apparently, like, this family or this group of people were in that swimming hole and a flash flood came through and fucking wiped them out. Like, apparently a couple of them survived, but, like, at least 9 people died from that flash flood taking out that swimming hole. Yeah.
That's a big fucking family. that's
Yeah, I assume it was, I don't know if it was all family, but most of it, I assume.
Well, it sounds like maybe it's like a big family gathering, like almost like a reunion kind of thing.
Yeah, like a bunch of cousins or something. But yeah, although this time of year you just get a lot of people up there because it's so goddamn hot here. Like you can drive literally like from like let's say like East Mesa. It's only about an hour and a half a drive to where you're someplace that's 30 degrees cooler.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, because it climbs up, the elevation climbs up pretty quick. So, yeah, it's the one cool thing about Arizona is, it's hot as fuck, but it's not a very long drive to get someplace that's not nearly as hot.
Similar to like Las Vegas, man. Like you can actually drive like in an hour from Vegas, you can be up in the snow.
Yeah. I had a family that lived in Utah, and I remember we came out through Vegas, through St. George, and then went to went off the freeway and just started going up the hill, and within like probably a 20-minute drive, it dropped like a good 20 degrees.
Yeah, well, they were. I used to work for a small assembly company that put together cell phone tower stuff. And I almost ended up moving to Nevada to stay with the company. But then I was like, fucking, there's no future with this company.
Right.
Like, they were never going to promote me. They were never going to fucking give me more money for what I did. And so it was sort of one of those things where I was like, I could move. And I'd move to Nevada and it'd be interesting to live there. But it was going to be up in the mountains. And they were explaining, this is where, like, it fucking snows in the winter. And you need fucking jackets in the summer. This is not hot desert weather.
Oh wow! Like fuck that.
Yeah, but they weren't gonna pay me any relocation compensation for relocating. They were gonna be like, you can stay with one of the engineers in their house and like a place to live.
Jesus, dude, that's awful.
They're like, hey,
that's a pretty small company.
It was probably like maybe 40 or 50 people, but you're talking 6 figures a month. Bare minimum, and there were a couple months where it was 7 figures in business.
Wow!
So they were just being cheap. Months. Yeah, they were just cheap as shit.
That's fucked up, dude.
Well, they wanted me to go for $1,000. They wanted me to go there for 2 weeks, and I'd get regular pay plus $1,000, but I'd have to pay for all of my own hotel and all of my own food to just train the new people.
Wow. Jesus, dude. That's
like,
awful, man.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's not even close to $1,000 wouldn't even cover it.
Yeah. You'd be losing money.
Yeah, I'd be dipping into my fucking 2 weeks of pay plus the $1,000 would all be gone. Unless I drove up and stayed in like a fucking sewer grate or something, and I fucking just pulled up the nearest sewer grate and fucking took a sleeping bag down into the fucking drainage.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
It was so fucking funny because they weren't like the best company to work for when it ended, but when I started, they were a really good company to work for.
Yeah, I've been there, man. Been there a few times actually.
like where you get like free turkeys and fucking hams every like Thanksgiving and Christmas. So like on Thanksgiving, they'd give everybody a ham, like a big 25-pound ham, like a really good one. And fucking on Christmas, they gave everybody a big giant turkey, including the temp employees.
Oh wow!
So even the people that weren't full-time employees who were just temp and were only going to be there for like a couple of weeks, they gave them the free stuff too.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then at one point, they took us all out to like this really nice steakhouse for fucking dinner. And then when the company was when it was starting to close up, that's when shit got weird. Some dude had a fucking bubble in his bone. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but occasionally it happens where there's just a void in the bone. We used to throw a football around just fucking kill time and to move around and stuff during break. Right. And his arm fucking broke throwing the football.
Oh, wow.
So they were like, nobody's allowed outside on break.
Jesus Christ. That's nuts, man.
Yeah, and then it just got weird.
Yeah.
We stopped getting bonuses, and they just were like, the taxes are too much. We're moving to Nevada.
Yeah, no, I had that with when I first started working for Verizon. It was like that. It was still under because it was right after the merger. You probably don't remember this, but there used to be like separate companies like AirTouch, Bell Atlantic Mobile. It's like 4 different companies that formed Verizon. But like when it was under the AirTouch rules, like it was great. Like I actually enjoyed my fucking job. And then slowly but surely, fucking shit just got more and more fucked up. And yeah, it got to the point where they were just like, look, you're going to have to work harder if you want to earn the same amount of money at this point. I'm like, Jesus, you guys aren't even like just moving the money around like with the bonuses and shit. Like you're just straight up paying us less now.
Yeah, wasn't that the corporate thing? Mm-hmm. Essentially, corporations now it's like move in and fucking stop paying employees, start paying them like half as much, and then double their job duties.
Yeah. Even when I worked for Liberty Mutual for like 5 years, and even towards the end of that, although that was still a good job, I still didn't really mind going to work, although it was just extremely fucking boring and repetitive. But even they started getting that way a little bit. I was just like, all right, I've seen where this goes.
Yeah.
So I ended up fucking leaving that one too. Yeah. Now, when I worked for Verizon, I literally like. Towards the end, I would literally wake up fucking pissed off that I had to go to work that day. Oh. And like on my days off, I would be so relieved when I woke up and realized I didn't have to work. Like that's how much I hated that fucking job. Yeah. And it sucked because I used to love it. It's fucking
It's the worst though when you wake up and you just fucking everything is awful because you have to spend 8 hours in the worst place you can imagine.
Yeah. And it was one thing.
Oh, right.
No, go ahead.
I worked at a gas station where it was like that, where I just wake up every day and I'm like, I don't want to go to work today. I want to fucking die.
Yeah, it sucks, man. That's why actually when I started working at Liberty Mutual, it was weird because I would like everybody seemed to be in like a half decent mood. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, you're at work, dude. You're supposed to be fucking pissed off. What the hell's wrong with you? And then I'm like, oh, wait, this is actually a decent, they actually respect their employees here.
Yeah, if you're going to be a widget, you might as well be a widget somewhere where people are happy to be widgets.
Yeah, like I like my manager. I like my manager's manager. Like I like all the people that work there, man. It was pretty cool, but then, like I said, it started changing over a little bit too. Even when I quit, my manager is kind of basically agreeing with me. Like she's like a second mom, basically. But she was like, "Yeah, it's not the same. I know. Good luck to you."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, to a certain extent, the job I have now, there's a lot of really stupid shit that I got to deal with. But the management, at the very least, will always treat you with respect. Like if you're a good worker and like you show up and you do your job and you don't fucking steal shit or treat the clients like shit.
Right.
So in general, as much as is possible, they'll get your back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's huge, man. Like, I don't care about anything else, man. I really don't. Like, just don't treat me like a fucking number, and don't treat me like shit, man. It doesn't seem like it's asking for too much, but nowadays,
Ooh, do you know
like
that working at a fucking restaurant? Those are the worst. Everybody that we're talking who's worked in a restaurant hated it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I worked in
you call in sick in a lot of restaurants. Like, they'll fire you for calling in sick.
Yeah.
And you're fucking handling food all day.
Yeah. Like, you really want me coming in sick? That's going to turn off customers, dude.
The one thing I will say about the company I work for, I have not yet worked at a place where if you call in sick, they will not respect it. So I've been extremely lucky. I have not worked yet at any place where you'd be like, call in and be like, look, I'm really sick, I can't come in, where they'd be like, yeah, fucking come in or be fired. I've never had that happen.
Yeah. I had that, I had it once when I was working for Verizon, and this is what's fucked up. It wasn't me being sick. It was when my wife was pregnant, like she's probably about 7.5 to 8 months pregnant. And I called in, I'm like, look, she's having some kind of complications. Like, I don't think I'm going to make it in. And they're like, well, you got to find someone to cover your shift for you, or else you got to come in. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, this is bullshit. And this is the worst part. Yeah.
Why do you have management if not to fucking cover shifts to figure out how to cover shifts when people are sick?
Yeah. This is the worst part about it is this was a guy that was supposed to be my friend, dude. Yeah, like a guy that I'd known. Like, we almost started. I actually trained him when he started, and fucking he fucking pulled that shit. And I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, dude, I really can't come in. Well, you're gonna have to find someone to cover your shift. So I'm at the hospital, and I'm having to call around to try to get somebody to cover my fucking shift because he doesn't want to have to work extra.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm not friends with the guy anymore. Because, he came back. He's like, oh, yeah, I talked to my wife. She said that was really messed up. I'm sorry, bro. I'm like, yeah, me too, buddy. Because, he actually got in trouble for doing it. So.
Oh, because I was going to say, I thought there were laws about that when it comes to, like, dealing with pregnancy leave and medical issues.
Yeah, well, he was, like, one of the assistant managers. And, like, the manager's like, dude, as soon as you said I went to the hospital with my wife, that should have been it. You know. So, like I said, it was a little awkward because I still work with him and had to fucking kind of be friendly with him. But, you know what I mean? Ever since we stopped working together, I haven't talked to the guy since, dude. Like, not only you're not supposed to do it, but you're supposed to be a fucking friend, dude. Yeah, pretty fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
But, anywhere else, man. I've never had in fact, what was great about Liberty Mutual, you didn't even call into your boss. You just called into, like, a hotline.
Oh, yeah, well, they probably have so many people there that it was just like, if somebody calls in sick, they call in sick. No, fuck it. That probably didn't even make a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, it really didn't matter what you said. Like, just say, I don't even know if you had to say you were sick. I assume you probably had to say something. I always did. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm not coming in. Whatever.
Well, I worked I used to play golf with the manager of the little assembly place that I worked at. He was kind of a cool dude. And, I would just go golfing occasionally because we just both happened to golf. It was I wasn't climbing any corporate ladder or fucking getting special treatment. But fucking, he used to tell me, like, one of the things, one of his biggest pet peeves was, like, the fucking details people would go to when they call in. And he's like, look,
all right.
I don't know why they tell me. They don't have to convince me of anything. Just tell me you're sick.
Right.
He's like, I don't even know what
you have to cough. You don't have to do any of that shit.
I don't want to know where it's coming out of. I just want to know you're not coming in.
Right. So they're telling him, like, yeah, I got diarrhea. It's all green and runny out of my ass. I can't come in. Like, just say you're sick, dude. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, I never went that far. I just tried to sound vaguely sick. And that was pretty much it.
Oh, I would always think food poisoning if I was just taking a day off.
Right.
Like, I really don't get sick very often. Like, maybe twice a year at most, and it's usually only for like a couple of days, especially in my 20s. Right. So I'd have all these sick days, and I don't get to fucking keep the money if I don't use them. So it'd be like, all right, well, I'm just going to use them on occasion and fucking Just take a day off.
Yeah, take a day off. Yeah, yeah, especially if you're gonna lose them. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah,
there's no benefit for me not using it at all. So why would I do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in sales jobs, it's a little different because you're actually missing sales or whatever. But yeah, if you're not in a sales job, fuck yeah.
I did sales for like 2 weeks, and I just was like, nah.
Oh yeah, the tire place.
Yeah, that was enough for me. I never went back to sales because I was just like, I'm happy to sell somebody a good product, and like, you know, I'm willing to like sell them the product, but I'm not willing to fucking sell my soul.
Yeah, that's where I was lucky because like wherever I worked, Verizon was by far the best company. Liberty Mutual is a really good company for insurance, so like I didn't feel like I was ripping anybody off. You know, because Liberty Mutual took care of their customers, they took care, you know, they're a really good company.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, fucking Sears Auto Center would fucking, they wouldn't even show all the different tire prices. And 90% of the time, if you're buying tires, it doesn't really matter if you buy the cheapest ones or the most expensive. The only difference is like maybe a year out of like 5 years with use or something like that. You know, I mean, it's really not that big a deal.
Right.
And you're in a lot of cases, you probably get more value by buying the cheaper tires, like the low end.
Right.
Because they'll last almost as long as the high end. You're not driving like Mario fucking Andretti. You're just driving the speed limit and fucking, you're going to be fine.
Right.
You know, you don't need Pirelli directional fucking $200 a tires for like a little Toyota.
Yeah.
Like a little Toyota fucking Corolla or something like that. Just,
yeah.
There's
Dude,
no
for the longest time.
Huh?
For the longest time, I would always just get used tires, dude. Like there's places that sell like used tires for like $20 or something. I was constantly doing that.
It's really not that big a deal. I mean, for the like all the tires are designed at this point. All tires work pretty darn good in the rain, and they all work more than well enough in like hot days. And that's really all you're looking at is extremes, like high, low temperature and rain. And almost all of them are designed to this point where they can handle it. So
yeah, there's essentially not much difference.
And there'd be all these like soccer moms who just have no idea fucking anything, and they're just out running the errands while, you know, the husband's at work. They don't care, and so they get ripped off and sold tires like at twice the cost of what they really should be, you know, putting on their minivan.
Yeah, that's the nasty situation, man. I'd have a tough time. I wouldn't be able to do that shit either. Knowingly ripping people off like that, I can't. Yeah. I couldn't do it.
They weren't technically getting ripped off. They were just being oversold. Like they were being sold that they didn't need.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're essentially just running around.
Yeah, like nothing illegal was occurring. They weren't lying and selling them stuff that like, so like they weren't selling them like an alternator and their alternator was fine.
Right.
Selling them, their tires were bad. They were selling them tires. They were just selling them really high-end tires that they didn't need.
Yeah. Yeah, see even that.
Ask.
Right.
I just want to clarify, like I'm not fucking like telling you, like
no, I get you. Yeah, but not like what you think of for like mechanics ripping people off or like that kind of shit.
Yeah, well, Sears got in a bunch of trouble, I guess, in like the 80s or the 90s, early 90s, for selling things that people didn't actually need, getting like shocks and stuff that weren't bad, brakes that weren't bad. Just they were selling people, legitimately selling people things that they didn't actually have wrong with their car.
Yeah, well, that's a kind of it's kind of what you think of for mechanics in general. Like mechanics and salespeople are kind of like, you know what I mean? People kind of almost expect them to be dishonest. You know what I mean? That's why, like my mechanic, the one that we use, he's actually friends with my dad before my dad passed away. And like every time we have him do something, like I give him at least an extra $20 because I know he's not going to rip me off. Like for one time, I was going through, my AC was fucked up. Like I brought it into him, and all it was like a hose or whatever had disconnected. So all he had to do was just reconnect the hose. Like didn't even need a new part. And I'm like, if I had brought that to just some random mechanic, I could have easily paid $2,000 for fucking nothing, you know?
They didn't need to charge your system. They need to rebuild your fucking compressor. You got to sell you a new hose.
Yeah, and all they do is essentially reconnect that hose and charge you the price for all that shit they didn't even do.
Yeah, they shined it up so it looks new, and then they fucking reconnect that shit. Yeah, that's what you think of. Well, That's the weird thing about mechanics is like everybody knows a good one. Like I just found a shop that's really good. And like when I got my Volvo fixed, it's an actual certified Volvo technician that they have working on their staff, and they didn't overcharge for anything. Everything was well within reason, and they even found like used glass to replace one of my windows.
Oh, nice.
That was $50 for a fucking driver's window instead of it on average 200.
Right. Yeah, it's always good when you find a good mechanic, man.
And so I was just like, I was stoked because I'm like, man, any car I have, because they work on all cars, this is a shop I'm going to go to because these guys were fucking straight.
Yeah.
And I know enough about cars to know, like, because I have a certificate. Like, I was going to be a mechanic. And, and yeah, they were definitely like, they didn't fucking overcharge for anything. They didn't try to sell me anything that wasn't broken. It was such a refreshing thing because I've had people try to do things that just were not at all correct.
Yeah, even when you go in for like an oil change, man, they'll be like, all right, we can change out your air filter. I'm like, I can handle that. Yeah. I don't know much about cars, but I can change a fucking air filter.
Right, air filters don't need to be changed out very often, but they'll try to do it every single time, like every 3,000 miles.
Yep.
And it's like maybe every 10 or 20 oil changes, every 30,000 or 50,000 miles, you might need to change that air filter. But
yeah, well, here maybe a little more because it's dust everywhere.
Yeah,
but yeah, even then, yeah.
You might be more like 20,000 miles.
But yeah, every single time they're like, it needs this and this, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
Transmission fluid is another one they always want to replace.
Yeah.
And they do that thing where they put it in a little white dish. I love that shit. It's like, look, if your transmission fluid it's not literally black, you're fine. And especially if it's not showing any like sparkly pieces of metal. It's not about the color, it's about the consistency. So if it's not really thin and like, if it's still thick and oily and lubricating, then you're fine.
Right.
And then if it's showing little bits of sparkly metal, that usually means your clutch plates need to be replaced and your fluid needs to be changed. But if it's a little darker, it's fucking nothing to worry about. That's just normal. Because there's going to be...
Yeah, they just try to scare you into all that shit, man.
Yeah, you're going to get a little fuel that blows through when the fucking piston fires. You're going to get a little oil that doesn't get fucking scraped by the piston rings. And it's going to make it's going to get into everything and eventually into the transmission and nothing, that's just how it works.
Right.
Wait, I think I just fucked that up. Never mind. Everything I just said was wrong.
Disregard that.
Yeah, no, the transmission and the oil or the fucking engine are not at all connected through like oil or fluids. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was thinking the clutch plates get scorched when they fucking connect, and then they fucking a little bit of darkening. Like there's some stuff that comes off of them that will darken your oil in your transmission.
No, that's true. Yeah.
It's like brake fluid. You very rarely have to replace brake fluid. As long as the system stays sealed, you're usually good.
Right. Yeah, it's basically just a leak is the only time. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's only because brake fluid is hydroscopic. It absorbs water. And so if you end up with a leak, it'll pull the moisture out of the air and it'll rust the inside of your brake lines. So you want to replace it so you don't have to worry about that.
I gotcha.
Because the last thing you want is your fucking brake lines to just break while you're driving. Because they're fucking rusted from the inside out and you didn't see shit.
Right. You don't know until it's too late.
Oh, yeah. That's always bad. That was one of the things I had to replace on the Mustang. Was all the brake lines on it I had to pull off and replace because they were all just fucking rusted and shitty. Because it was, from 1965. I assumed it was the same lines when the car was made.
Right. Yeah, the fact that it lasted that long is probably Probably a miracle.
Well, and that car was a four-wheel drum brakes with a single circuit. Most cars have your brakes set up so that there's two separate circuits, so that if you do get a leak in your brakes and you lose your brake pressure, you'll at least have two tires that can brake.
Right.
And some really fancy ones have like 4 circuits, so if you get a leak, you'll still have 3. Well, in a Ford Mustang, it's just one circuit that all the fluid goes through. So if you get a leak,
so if one goes out,
no brakes. You got nothing.
Jesus. It's terrifying, dude.
And there's 4-wheel drums, so even if you pull the e-brake, which is usually like a cable that runs those, you're really getting virtually no stopping power.
God damn. What the hell do you do? Can you try to downshift, or is that just going to fucking...
Well, it was an automatic. If it's a stick shift, you can downshift. It's an automatic. You can also downshift. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of stick shifts have like the drive 2-1.
Right.
But yeah, you can drop it into second gear or into first gear and just use that to slow it down.
Yeah, I assume that's really... Well, yeah, will it let you, like on an automatic, will it let you shift it right into frickin' park? It won't let you do it, will it?
Yes,
oh, it will.
Really loud clacking sound. It might not on some cars. There may be a safety in some cars.
Right.
But in a car as old as that Mustang, it would. And it just starts going clack, clack, clack. Because with a parking gear... So the way an automatic transmission works is there's no physical connection between the engine and the transmission. It's all done by hydro... what do they call it? It's essentially like it's a turbine that spins on both sides. And so the engine will spin a turbine, and that'll cause the transmission fluid to spin and spin another turbine on the transmission that will then transfer that force to the wheels. And it does so through these little packs of clutch discs that get pressed together in little bundles. And
gotcha.
The parking gear is actually the only physical gear on a transmission that's automatic usually. And it's actually a gear on the shaft that turns the differential that sends the power out to your wheels, and just like a fucking metal hook hooks into it. Since there's no, like if you would just put it like in second or first gear, there's no physical connection between the engine and the transmission, so it wouldn't hold you up on a hill. So it actually has to be a physical metal gear with a metal little hook that locks into it.
And it prevents them from spinning or whatever.
Yeah, and it keeps the shaft from spinning so that the wheels can't turn.
Right.
It's literally
so not a good idea if you can avoid it, basically.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of clacking.
Slamming in the park.
Clack, super fast, almost like you put like a playing card in the spokes of a wheel on a bike.
Oh right.
It'll be like that, but a much more like deeper, resonant, louder, firmer fucking sound, and then eventually it'll catch, and all 4 wheels just lock the fuck up.
Lock up.
You just slide.
Yeah, that's why I figured you want to downshift until you could get it slow enough to where going into park would not be as bad.
If your fucking brakes are out, stop however you can. That's the way I look at it.
Right. Like if you have enough room, downshift, but if not, slam that fucker into park, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I would downshift and put it in the park. Absolutely, all while applying the brake.
Yeah. That's got to be terrifying on Jesus Christ.
I've had the brakes go out on my car once, and it is.
God damn.
I was driving a 1984 Saab Turbo way too fast, doing like 80 or 90. And fucking, there was a traffic light up ahead because the highway ended. It's like the highway ends and then crosses a road and then it goes down to it turns into like a country highway, which is a whole different kind of road. It's not like the really nice freeway with 4 lanes. It's just 1 lane each direction. And doing 80 or 90, I got my 2 friends in my car with me. I'm like, shit, the brakes are out. And they both were just like, oh, okay, well, whatever, man.
Damn,
I'm like freaking out downshifting because it was a stick shift. And so I downshifted and fucking used the e-brake and managed to pull on the shoulder. Luckily, there was one.
Right. God
But
damn.
both of them were just sitting there like, oh,
well, we'll either die or we won't.
They thought I was lying.
Oh, really? They thought you were fucking with them?
They thought I was making it up. I'm like freaking out and putting it in like second gear at like 80 miles an hour and using the fucking clutch, burning it out. And just like, oh yeah, man.
Nice one, Stabby. Sure stabby.
Yep.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
In all honesty, I was a terrible
people.
person back then, so might have been justified in thinking that I was lying.
You fuck with enough people, crying wolf too many times, dude.
Well, I mean, I drove that car. I mean, I fishtailed that car. I would like, on like 2-lane roads, there's like half of a shoulder. I would consider that like a passing lane.
Jesus, dude. Oh, damn. Oh, you're one of those pass on the right on a 2-lane road.
Yeah, I've done that shit. I've done that on like 1-lane roads where there's literally one lane. I fishtailed that shit when I was fucking going around corners. I was talking about aquaplaning. I've hydroplaned. It's called hydroplaning in English. But yeah, I've hydroplaned that car multiple times in the rain. That was scary as fuck. You're like turning the wheel and you're like, oh, there's fucking no response.
Right. Yeah, that's terrifying. Even on like a quad or, well, as long as you give it gas, it's fine. But like whenever you try to turn and you can't fucking turn, it's just terrifying, dude. Well, and then snowmobiles get that shit too.
And you got to remember to just take your foot off the gas, not hit the brake.
Mm-hmm.
Because your tendency is to freak out and hit the brake, and then your wheels stop spinning. And when you do catch, you catch way harder, and you can spin.
Yeah.
You got to remember if you're hydroplaning to just take your foot off the brake or off the gas and just let it slow down on its own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's tough to do, man. It's tough to keep your head. Well, I'm pretty mellow even when shit goes crazy, but yeah, I think for most people, their tendency is just to freak out,
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be at all. I wouldn't blame somebody for that.
Yeah.
Hit your brake.
To keep your head running.
Fucking, you're coming up on a corner, 55 or whatever. Even if you're just doing the speed limit, it's still terrifying.
Yeah. You're like, holy shit, I'm pumping the brake and it's not slowing down.
Yep. Well, so that's the thing. You don't want to pump the brake when you're hydroplaning because that's the really scary part.
All right. That's what that's your strongest tendency is to do, basically. Or your strongest impulse. Like, no, don't do that.
And the safest thing is just let it go. Let it slow down on its own.
Yeah. Although driving on ice is tough too, man. Like I lived up north for a couple of years, which I don't care if anybody knows. I lived in Flagstaff for a couple of years, that's about 2.5 hours north of Phoenix. But it actually snows and shit. And driving on those roads, man. Like luckily I had a front wheel drive car, so that makes a huge difference. But there was one time where I was trying to go up this hill. Actually, a couple times this happened to me where I kind of didn't have enough speed and I was barely learning how to drive on that shit. And I kept sliding back down the hill off the side, and it's really hard to control yourself while you're sliding, dude. So it's basically it's got to be really similar to the hydro. I've never hydroplaned, but it's got to be really similar to that whole thing where you can't really steer and you can't really.
Well, hydroplaning, you don't steer, but you go exactly the direction you're going. There's very rarely do you shift in direction. Whereas I've seen on ice, there's a little bit of control, and it seems like sometimes the ice will just turn them left or right.
Right. Yeah, but it's kind of once it gets skidding, though, it kind of tends to keep skidding.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Once you lose that grip a little bit, man, it goes a lot. And I think it was mainly because it was a stick shift, and I think I would always it would happen when I'd let the clutch out too quick, the wheels would spin too quickly.
Oh yeah, you break the friction coefficient and you don't have any traction.
Yeah, which is easy. It's really easy to do on ice. Yeah, and one of the times, it was a pretty moderate hill, so it was not really a big deal. But one of the times I was it was while it was still snowing, so. Basically, normally it would take me about 10 minutes to get home. When it was snowing, the way it was snowing this time, it takes me about 45 minutes to get home. Same fucking trip, because everybody's just barely moving. And so I was like, I'm gonna go the back way, and part of the back way is going up this really steep fucking hill. And I give it 2 or 3 tries, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to end up fucking.
So when you're doing this, you're in traffic.
Huh?
Are you in traffic sliding back down the fucking hill?
The first time it was, but it wasn't really that big of a deal because everybody was kind of going slow and everybody was just staying to the left of me. Yeah, but the other time, well, actually both times. The other time it was in like a residential neighborhood, so there was no other cars around. Yeah, the first time it was on like a major, it was on a major road.
Like are there like cars in front and behind you when you're sliding down? Because that would be terrifying.
Yeah, that first time it kind of was, but again, everybody was going pretty slowly to begin with because the roads were fucked up, and everybody was just I didn't
stay away from that dude. He's clearly out of his element.
Right, that guy clearly doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Stay far to the left of that guy.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it was still. But I said I think that was the only time I kind of learned my lesson on that one, dude. So yeah, once you've done that one time, you're really careful not to have it happen again.
So what's the trick is, I'm guessing, to just like fucking build up enough speed that you just coast up the fucking hill essentially, or?
Yeah, eventually I just let myself go back all the way down and then finally just got a good run at it and it was no problem at all. But that was my problem is I was on the incline trying to get going. And yeah, it was just impossible.
Oh man, I've been on hills almost that bad in San Francisco without the ice, but I've never actually rolled backwards. That's the part that would just be like way too much.
Yeah, it's an unnerving feeling, that's for sure. Yeah,
I'll have to make sure when I'm looking at places to go that like fucking snow and ice driving are a bare minimum.
Yeah, although in Flagstaff it wasn't that bad because that would only happen like once or twice the entire winter. You know, it was really rare. Like by the next day, everything's cleared out. Like there's snow up on the mountains, like on the where the ski run is and all that shit, wherever the ski resorts and shit are. But yeah, it's pretty much gone from the city by the next morning.
Oh yeah, well from where I'm at, like the worst you get is a heavy rain.
Right.
Fucking California, I'm like an hour out of San Francisco. So like fucking the worst we ever get is like, I mean, we might get a little bit of black ice, but even then, you barely even notice it. It's not like anywhere near as dangerous as it is in like the fucking places where it actually freezes over.
Right. Yeah. Although I think more of a hazard, the biggest hazard up there was elk would cross the freeways up there constantly, dude. Yeah, I knew it. I talked to a girl that hit an elk. I don't know if you're not familiar with elk, but they're pretty fucking big, dude. They're a big animal. Like they're way bigger than deer. They're like almost about the size of a horse, basically.
Aren't they like 1,000 pounds or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much they weigh exactly, but they're basically about the size of a horse, dude. And
they came in 500 to 1,000 pounds, like 500 for a juvenile, but like almost 1,000 for the average elk. For the males, it's 700 to 730 pounds.
Yeah.
And for the females, it's 500 to 530 pounds. Yeah, so if I can hit one of those, that's like hitting another car almost.
Yeah, I talked to a girl that hit one going 75, dude. Hit a fucking elk, dude, on the freeway. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
She's still alive?
Yeah, well, I was talking to her.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, no, she's like, I've never been more scared. I've never been more terrified in my life. Obviously totaled her car. Like she somehow didn't have any major injuries. Like she had some, serious bruises, I guess, but somehow didn't have any serious injuries. But yeah, the whole front of her car was just smashed in, dude.
Oh, I imagine it was total.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's gonna take out your grill. It's gonna fuck you. You're done.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I gotta stop looking at Twitter. Stop looking at Twitter. I looked up the week and then Twitter opened and I'm just like, oh look, there's stuff going on Twitter.
New Twitter stuff.
Was it you that was recommending that I listen to Your Mom's House podcast? I don't know if you or somebody else, but I finally listened to that and that shit was pretty fucking funny.
What is it called? Your Mom's House?
Your Mom's House, yeah. It's fucking Tom Segura and his wife Christina Przinski. They're both comics. And they do a
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm familiar with Segura. I'm familiar with Segura, but I don't know his wife.
Yeah, and his wife, Christina Przinski, is also a comic.
I'll have to check that out.
And they're both really good comics. And their podcast is pretty good. They occasionally have guests, but a lot of times it's just them making fun of stuff, checking out things on the internet. Generally being better than the Chatterbox is.
Oh, well. Yeah. I'll have to check that one out, man.
So, yeah.
I'm trying to think of I think the WTF was the only one, the podcast that I've ever listened to, like, hardcore or a lot. I haven't watched it in a long ass time. The Mark Maron's podcast.
I've never really done like Mark Maron's, but I've listened to Joe Rogan's a lot.
Yeah. I guess his too. I don't know why I don't think of his as a podcast for some reason. But yeah, actually, that's true. I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan's.
Yeah, well, he has so many different people on, and so it goes over so many like just crazy fucking things.
Right.
It's like I wish I could get guests like he does. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah, he's got a lot of varied interests, I guess I would say. So that helps a lot, like a lot of different crazy shit that he gets into, man.
I think it's
although it's funny.
He smokes so much fucking weed.
Yeah, or the DMT. He's big on the DMT shit.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that. Like that actually sounds kind of interesting. Because it's just overloading your brain with the dream chemical. But I don't want to end up being as fruity as like some of the stuff they go into is.
Right. Like, I wonder if I can do that. Does that count as blowing my sobriety? I guess it would have to.
Probably, yeah. I would avoid that. I don't know if that addictive, but still, you never know.
It's still counting as I'm sure it has to count as a mood-altering substance.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Regardless of how positive the experience might be.
Well, it's kind of unfortunate because there are a lot of things like mushrooms and LSD and DMT that can have really positive effects for people, especially in like people who dealt with trauma. And nobody's allowed to really research it.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those no-go things too. Yeah.
It's one of
I really credit marijuana at first really helped me kind of mellow out or whatever, probably saved my life. But yeah, also the LSD like really opened my mind. Mushrooms are probably a lot safer because there's not that amp to it, there's not that speed to it.
Really,
it's a lot more mellow.
LSD. I've never done mushrooms.
Yeah, mushroom, like on LSD, like you're going to be awake for at least 10 hours or whatever. Because it's got that speed to it.
Fucking drink orange juice. Oh my god.
I used to do that to try to get higher. Yeah, but like mushrooms are way more mellow, man. Mushrooms are more like like your face is gonna hurt because you're smiling constantly, but like there's it's 4 or 5 hours tops, and then like if you wanted to go to sleep, you really wouldn't have any problem going to sleep.
You just have some crazy fucking dreams.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. I think I always stayed up till it was, till the trip was over, but yeah. Yeah, it's way more, LSD is a lot more intense than mushrooms.
Well, one of the times I did LSD, I came fucking down what was it when I came down? My friend was over and staying over the night, hanging out at my place that night because he'd been drinking and he's like, I'm just not going to try to drive home. I'll just sleep on the fucking extra mattress you have. As one does in like their early 20s when they're like, yeah, I don't fucking care. I'll sleep on the couch. He found me keening in like the corner in like the fetal position. Like I was coming down off the LSD. I was literally just huddled up in a ball, fucking wedged into the corner going,
Were you like freaked out, or you're just that's what you're into at that moment?
I think it's hard for me to remember because I was fucking on LSD.
Right.
But I think I convinced myself that fucking there was nobody else. Like, just that I was the only person left.
Oh, wow.
And I just was like tripping on that.
Yeah.
But that was the time that I fucking mixed in like orange juice and shit.
I gotcha.
And I don't know if it does it for everybody, but for me, it made it hit way harder, go much higher, and the time frame was much shorter. Like, instead of like the almost 10 hours the first time I did it, the second time with the orange juice, it was like fucking 4.
Oh, wow.
And then I crashed real hard because there's like that what do you call it, fucking like ecstatic effect, like you're just so happy.
Oh yeah, for
euphoria.
sure. Like
there's
your body,
the euphoria aspect.
Yeah, euphoria. Yeah, sorry.
You
yeah, like you can feel it like through your whole body, man. Like your whole body just feels good. Yeah.
And when you crash, it's like it can go almost all the way the other way, where all of a sudden you're like depressed and everything fucking hurts.
Yeah. I was always like my knees and my back would always be really sore and hurting by the time I was done.
Yep. I think it's because partially it's the euphoria crashing, and partially the euphoria makes it so you literally just don't feel when you overextend your joints.
Right.
So when you're like walking around, you're fucking bending a little more than you should, or something like that. At least that was my experience.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I stopped drinking, because you could fuck up your joints when you're drinking.
Yeah, not even realize. Yeah, you shouldn't be sore after a night of drinking. That's a little weird.
Oh, it would just, all my joints would ache. I used to never get hangovers when I was younger. And then it got to the point where I was starting to get like all my joints would ache really bad. And like I would just have like a slightly sour stomach. That part wasn't too bad. But then I also just got a little too crazy when I was drinking. So it was like, time to fucking stop doing that shit and just fucking move on.
No, I had that issue too. I got a DUI when I lived up in Flagstaff, and I quit. Well, no, I didn't quit drinking. I just quit drinking and driving for a while.
Hey, look.
But yeah, I was heading down an alcoholic road.
Yeah. Well, at least you stopped driving. My dad still fucking. He used to drive drunk fucking all the time.
Right.
He never got caught though. Lucky for him, he never got caught, or he never hurt anybody. But man.
Yeah, that's what I was relieved at, and well, that's how self-absorbed I was. Like I had to go to counseling or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of glad it happened. I was telling the counselor, I was like, I could have fucking easily hurt or killed myself. And then she was like, yeah, or someone else. And like, that didn't even register at all to me that I could have fucking taken someone else out or a fucking family or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Like, Jesus, dude. But again, that was like early 20s.
Yeah, that's what your brain is.
Self-absorbed asshole.
Your brain isn't all the way cooked, and you don't fucking. You just don't care. You just don't. It doesn't occur to you that other people are as important as yourself.
Right. Yeah. Punk kid.
I think half of like the driving I used to do was because I wasn't really all that concerned. Like, yeah, someone else dies, who cares? And then it's like, I look back now, and I'm like, holy shit, that was fucking horrible.
Yeah. No, I used to do it constantly. I would do it like when I would drive back down, down here to visit my family and shit. I would be drinking before I left. I'd be drinking while I was driving. And it's a pretty rough road. Like there's a lot, the elevation drops significantly, obviously. And then there's a shitload of twists and turns through those mountains, man.
Ooh, yeah, those are the worst.
Yeah. And I would be fucking drunk the whole fucking time, drunk and stoned the whole time, back and forth.
You were going for the fucking trifecta, man. All you needed was a little meth to get you really cranked.
Now, for some reason, man, I've literally never used meth, man.
Same thing for me. That's one of those ones I've never had any interest in doing at all.
Yeah. Well, for me, I saw other people on it, and I'm like, that doesn't look like fun to me at all.
Exactly.
Like, dude, you've been cleaning your fucking kitchen floor for like 45 minutes, dude. Like, are you really having a good time?
Yeah, with a fucking spoon.
Yeah. Or okay, so if I get high and then I'm gonna suddenly have a desire to take out a phone jack and fucking pull the wires out, like that doesn't sound fun to me, dude.
I used to work with this dude that he used to do heroin and shit when he lived in LA, and he was a big fucking. He knew a lot of druggies, and he used to hang out with these dudes that did meth. He never did it, but he'd hang out with them. And he came over one time when they were all fucking on meth, and they had taken apart like this really big, heavy glass table that was like a piece of wood with like glass over it, and it was like black and stuff, and had like all these little patterns and fractal things in the glass and the wood. And they were trying to figure out how it worked. And he came over and he's just like, "What the fuck are you idiots doing? Put that shit back together." Fucking. How do you smoke goddamn meth? And he was like, that was the last time he hung out with them, because he was just like, they just destroyed everything in their house.
Yeah. Taking shit apart. Yeah, but I've literally seen dudes do that. Take out phone jacks and start pulling out wires from the wall and shit. And or a radio controlled car. One dude had a radio controlled car and he was fucking kept taking it apart and putting it back together, dude.
Did it work after you put it back together, or was it like
no,
broke it the first time and just was like forever?
Yeah, he never got it back together, dude. It's yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, like, he chose to fucking smoke the meth. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it sucked because like almost all of my friends here at one point were on that shit, and you can't really hang out with them if you're not doing it. You can't really hang out with tweakers if you're not fucking tweaking, dude. Yeah, it just doesn't work, man.
Like, you can hang out with stoners, and some drunks you can hang out with when they're drinking, but like stoners, you can always hang out with a stoner when you're sober. They're just fun,
right?
Like, they're low key, they're relaxed, they're interested in having a good time and eating some fucking chips.
Right.
And if people's like are happy drunks, you can hang out sober with somebody who's drinking if they're a happy drunk.
Right.
And fucking not on meth and not on cocaine.
Yeah, they're just too gone, man. They're just super paranoid and fucking going way too fast. Although one time it was funny. I had a friend of mine who was a real talkative guy, and we're hanging out at other people's house, and the mom's boyfriend was the same kind of way. And basically, I was like watching them. I was stoned, and I was watching them, and they were basically talking to each other, and they were having two different conversations. Like, they weren't listening to each other. They were basically like, the other one was talking, and they'd be like, yeah. And all they were doing is just waiting until the other person stopped talking so they could talk about what they wanted to talk about. And they were talking about two completely different things, dude. So they're literally just not listening to each other, just waiting for the other one to stop talking so they could say whatever they felt like saying, dude.
And they were high, so I'm sure their conversations made less sense than like an average
person. It was fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah, but yeah, most of the time it's just like they're paranoid, and especially if you're not high with them, holy fuck, dude, they're gonna be like, "What are you, a fucking cop?" Like, you know what I mean? They get really,
you a cop,
really touchy, dude.
Well, you know, like, cocaine at least
smoking weed,
huh?
I'd tell them, I'm like, dude, I was smoking fucking weed like crazy. Like, dude, cops do that? All right, leave me alone.
Well, I mean,
and then I'd get the fuck out of there.
You could always join them, just smoke enough weed to the point where you finally get a little paranoid going.
Yeah, that's true. You get high enough.
I can do that. I'm a very lightweight when it comes to weed.
No, I would get the paranoia on the weed too. Yeah.
Well, I used to have like panic attacks regularly, and I fucking had one not that long ago on edibles. Probably like in last Wednesday.
Oh wow!
Last Tuesday or something like that. I got one that was just like way more than usual. Oh, hey,
wow.
Opal.
Hey, Opal.
Hi.
How's things?
And I actually had to go to the ER because I thought I was having a heart attack.
God damn, dude.
And, they gave me like a big dose of lorazepam, and I was good.
Nice.
I'm like, stick to the fucking low dose edibles. No more high dose.
All right. The rookie cookies for you. Nothing else.
Yep. What's up?
What's going on?
I just got out of the shower. I'm trying out. Make my first video. Yay.
Nice.
Are you going to start making videos?
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Is it going to be about how much you like Roy's beard?
No, I hate Roy's beard. It's annoying. He's just a dumb walking beard.
Oh, man.
I hate him. I hate Roy. So annoying.
Yeah. No, you love him. Come on.
No.
All right. I believe you.
He doesn't stop talking with that stupid cute mouth of his and does this ugly little thing where he blushes sometimes.
Yeah. Those guys are weird. It's a nice weird, but those guys are weird.
Oh, yeah, the cunt stream is a riot.
Yeah. They're pretty cool.
No, the very nearly viral guys.
Oh, who's very nearly viral? I don't watch a lot of YouTube.
Oh, it's
Like,
Roy. It's Roy and his best friend Lacey. They do a channel together and they make skits and they talk. They do a different take on everything and they're pretty cool.
Are they like the anti-SJW stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't see it. Yeah, okay.
You don't like anti-SJW? I mean,
no, I don't have a problem with it. I've just seen so much at this point that
well, they're
kind of played out.
The reason I watch them is because they're different. Because they do skits and they don't just talk about feminists and SJWs. They diversify.
Oh, then I might have to check it out.
Yeah, they're all right. The only thing that annoyed me was their take on the whole crazy hair situation.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't their best video. I wouldn't watch that for their first video.
Yeah, because they're defending her, and I'm it annoyed me because I
think we should all just stop talking about whatever happened.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
really
might
do.
be the best thing.
Just ignore her. Just ignore crazy hair from now on.
I'm pretty sure the people who are involved are just done talking about it.
Oh, yeah. I think they're all just fucking drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody was drunk and everybody was an asshole, and everybody made way too big of a deal out of the whole goddamn thing.
Yes. I don't like any of those people. Well, I barely knew Bunty, but literally the other three, Blair, Worski, and whoever the third one was, I'd been subscribed to them, but I unsubscribed to all of them within the last 6 months. I don't like any of those people. But
hey guys, I think we're talking about the situation, and I think that's what we're supposed to not do.
Well, I thought we were just talking about.
Yeah, my point is, I don't like any of them, and the thing that I fucking hate is crazy hair is exactly like my ex-wife, dude.
Oh, so you have a personal bias.
Yeah, the whole time, I didn't really notice how fucked up they were being because all I was thinking is this is exactly like arguing with my ex-wife. This is just, yeah. Okay, well, I'm done. I'll stop talking about it.
Guess what I'm trying to do right now?
Mm-hmm. What?
I'm trying to draw Steve Shive's basement.
Steve Shive's basement?
Yes.
Ooh, I picture S&M stuffed animals.
There's definitely stuffed animals, dude.
I'm trying because somebody asked me to do a background, and I've never done backgrounds before. So I'm trying to challenge myself.
Trying to challenge yourself.
Oh, good luck.
Yes, Steve Shive's basement, where there's a big wall of where the people he's blocked.
Ah.
And a cook chair.
I imagine it would have a lot of stuff like this. Screen share real quick. With stuffed animals in awkward positions and shit.
Oh my God, Steve Shives.
Somebody wants me to draw crayons.
Somebody wants you to draw
crayons?
Crayons in his room.
I think because he does all those weird videos with stuffed animals.
He does. Oh my God.
He has sex with them all.
I've never seen Steve Shive's video because I've only been at this stuff for about 2 months now. I've never seen Steve Shives.
Yeah.
But I get
he'll be wearing a hat whenever you see him. He will be wearing a hat.
Yeah, I get the running joke though.
Well, I think
there's literally a video that he made where he's coming out of the shower with just a towel and he's still wearing the goddamn hat, dude.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Didn't he make a movie too? I thought he made a movie with his girlfriend.
Yeah, I haven't seen it or really heard much about it, but I've heard it's pretty awful.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not as bad.
Just because you're on YouTube doesn't mean you can make movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the fucking guy with the glasses learned that one. I don't know if you guys, either of you know who the guy with the glasses is.
No.
He was a film critic.
The smug new movie critic?
Yeah, the smug movie critic guy, yeah. And he did a Kickstarter thing when Kickstarter came out, and they made a movie, and it was fucking awful. Terrible.
I like him because I'm really young, and I don't know half of the movies a lot of my older friends talk about, so I just watch him. And
yeah, no, as a movie critic, he's fine. He's great.
I'll watch the movie critic critiques, and I'll be like, oh, that's the movie they're talking about.
Oh, yeah, no, as a movie critic, the guy with the glasses is awesome. He does a lot of retro stuff, and he does it really well. And I think he has great taste in movies. It's just one of those things where it's like, not just because you have a great YouTube channel doesn't mean you can make a movie.
Right. Just because you're a great critic doesn't mean you're going to make a great movie.
It's really fucking hard to write something that's compelling for an hour and a half.
Right.
Poor guy. Oh, well.
I like Mark Kermode. Are you guys familiar with Mark Kermode?
Yeah, I never heard of that dude.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a British dude. I think the first time I watched him was because I was looking up stuff on Punch Drunk Love, which is a movie I actually really like. And he was kind of in agreement. Like it's with Adam Sandler, but it's like a serious movie.
Adam Sandler made serious movies?
Yeah, that was one of them. That one and Spanglish. Spanglish was another one that was a serious movie. But it was actually really good, but people didn't go see it because they're thinking of Adam Sandler and they're thinking of like The Waterboy and shit like that.
Yeah, I think he was unfortunately typecast.
Yeah, he did kind of typecast himself, I guess. But yeah, but basically, like Kermode would occasionally screen movies for a bunch of people, and he screened that one, and he had to like talk people into going to see it because they're like, it's Adam Sandler, I don't want to see that shit. But he actually got all of them to go to see it, and he's like, dude, just come watch this movie. And basically, all of them, almost all of them were like, I was really surprised, like that was actually a really good movie. And yeah. But yeah, he does really good reviews like that. I forget who his channel's called Kermode and Mayo, Mayo. So yeah, they do pretty decent movie review shit too.
It almost sounds like bathroom and mayonnaise.
Oh yeah.
Kermode and Mayo.
I can't unhear it now. Thank you, dude. What was I saying? I was thinking about doing like a series where, like I'll do like the Drunken Peasants Room and like, who else? Just like a microphone. I was thinking about drawing VidCon as well.
Yeah. Oh, like a whole art series?
Yeah, like a hard art series of backgrounds for any creator who wants to use them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I don't know. I like helping people, and I don't have money, so like I can just give my art.
Yay! Another person with no money. That's everybody on this channel.
I wish I had money, but I had eggs and pancakes for dinner. Well, a pancake.
Yeah, it's a lot better than last time.
Yeah.
I think all you had was crackers last time.
Yeah, I had a pancake and 2 eggs.
Who was bigger, you or the pancake? Like, did you have to take it down, or?
It was a small pancake.
Small enough for you to handle?
Yeah, because the baby felt is asleep for the night, so I was like, yay, I can cook, and there's some pancake mix, and all I have to do is add water. So I ate like a king.
Nice.
That's one of those things that's got to be pretty tough. I can't imagine trying to take care of a baby.
It's mostly just starvation and sleep deprivation.
That doesn't sound better.
Yeah, and then they do that like one good thing that makes you forget you're hungry, and you're hungry again.
But
yeah, as they get older, they're fine, dude.
Eventually. Right now he's 1 and needs me for everything, and I'm tired.
You got to collect as much blackmail pictures now as you can. Because once he's a teenager, it's going to be awful. You're like, I need some fucking help. Cause
I need some cute little baby faces to help me remind me that I still love him.
Yeah, I think my mom has pictures of me when I was like a toddler. And at some point I was like butt naked, but somehow found a jar of jam and was eating it and wearing it.
It's adorable.
Apparently, when I was about a year and a half old, like me and my brother are only about that far apart. But apparently, I managed to somehow get out of my crib and go downstairs and grab a bag of brown sugar and go back upstairs and get in my brother's crib and cover us both in brown sugar, dude.
How did you manage
I was like less than 2 years old. I'm not sure. I have no memory of it. But apparently it happened.
Sugar high. Fucking erased every memory.
That's adorable. I wish my son did cute things besides bang his head against windows and lick the floor and have tantrums.
Yeah, licking the floor can be kind of cute.
It's not cute. The first time was kind of cute. The 10th time. So I'm just like, no, you're not eating in the kitchen anymore. So I tried getting him to eat in his bed, which wasn't good because now there's crumbs all over his bed. He's like, okay, here's a snack. And he just flipped over the plate. I'm like, God dang it.
And then you're stuck with, like, you have to eat the floor snack, I'm sure.
I have done that once because that was like the last cookies and I was hungry. It was like the last cracker cookie thingies.
Yep. No, I've been there. Except not with the baby, but where you're just like, oh, this is all I got. I think I lived off of ramen for fucking 2 months.
So
ramen.
I know they had a place. I remember being really broke like that, and then there was like this cheap pizza, all-you-can-eat pizza place. It was like $3, and I would literally just go there once a day and fucking gorge. And basically, that's how I survived.
I feel like I'd get sick if I did that. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. But it was my one chance to eat that day. So
my audio guy, I think he fell asleep. He was working on was patching up my audio and clearing up the stuff, making it nice and clean. And I think he fell asleep because he told me it would take 30 minutes, but it's been 2 hours.
So you planned on taking a 30-minute nap, and it's stretched into 2 hours now.
Well, he said that cleaning up my audio would take 30 minutes, but it's been 2 hours. Like, I took a walk, I took a shower, I ate some pancake. I gave him enough time. Like, I texted him an hour later, even though he told me 30 minutes. I think he fell asleep.
Yeah.
You're talking about somebody fixing your computer? How are they?
No, he's not fixing my computer. He's fixing my audio that I made.
So instead of
cleaning up the audio files,
adjusting the files?
Yeah, apparently he was impressed that I made him a zip file. Like, I could be professional. Apparently a zip file is super cool, I guess.
I think most people would
compressed
probably
files.
just send an MP3.
Like, I emailed him a zip file.
Yeah, I think most people are trying to send
a
big long MP3 or like a lossless audio codec or something like that, whatever it is. The FLAC, I think. Because I've seen that a lot. When people are sending like video files, they don't send compressed. They send like the raw footage, and it's like, all right, that's a 4 gigabyte file for half an hour. I'll just wait for an hour while it fucking downloads now.
No, I know I'm new at this, but I've taken computer classes and Photoshop classes and Illustrator and computer design classes. I know how to send a decent file half the time.
Oh, you know more than I do about computers. I know how to turn that shit on.
And yet you're on YouTube.
That's mostly to make myself laugh in the future. So
you look back at yourself and like, oh wow.
I make videos because later on, in like 20 years, I want to look back and be like, "Fuck, I was dumb."
I can't believe I was that guy.
Yeah, that's essentially it.
How did I find a 20-year-old on the internet and not get questioned by anybody?
Oh man. Well, I don't know if you've ever seen the videos on my actual channel, but they are fucking bizarre. And I'm the one that made them. So
I can vouch for that.
It's like popsicle stick dolls that I made, and then did little skits with popsicle stick dolls in front of like construction paper. That's a background.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them was Jesus and Hitler living together.
What?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny, but I feel like that's been done before.
There was a Hitler fucking sitcom for a while, but it never really aired. But they filmed, like, I think they filmed the whole season.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. They only made one episode.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm a nerd like that.
But I had
but this was done with popsicle sticks.
Huh?
I had Jesus, Hitler, and a unicorn living together.
The unicorn should have been an asshole.
He is. He had like it's been a while since I've seen it. I want to say he was a unicorn who was like kind of fucked up and had like on the tip of his horn he had a set of balls. Because I don't know, because I thought that was funny when I made it.
Funny. No, that holds up, dude. That's pretty funny.
Okay, yeah. I've watched all the stuff when I made it and edited it, and then I don't know, man.
I hate saying edited. Okay.
All right.
That word just keeps going.
And then in 10 years or so, I watch the videos again and I get to laugh at how terrible they are. At least, assuming YouTube is still going. I assume YouTube will still be up.
Yeah.
I
Or
hope
at least
so. I
archived
like
somewhere.
YouTube most of the time.
Oh, what was it? Do you know who Megan McCarthy is, Opal?
I know who she is, but I'm not a fan.
I was going to say you should check out her channel because the similar kind of voice thing. The whole weird high-pitched voice that like everybody fucking doesn't take seriously thing.
Nobody takes me seriously. I sometimes have a good point to bring to a discussion, and
No
people
respect.
they laugh at me or they talk over me. I wish I was a big burly man.
No, you don't.
I kind of
It's not
wish
worth
you
the trade-off. Trust me.
But I wish you still had the same voice.
You wish I was what? A big burly man with the same
But with the
voice?
same voice, yeah, like 6'6", like 250 pounds, fucking solid muscle, big fucking lumberjack looking dude.
Yeah, I would love some big muscles. I'm trying to exercise right now, but I think it's just making me skinny or weak. I don't know, but I'm trying to get muscular because I want to be strong.
Dude, I just need to lose weight and fucking go dancing again.
I want to be
About being
strong. 'Cause I have a baby and I have pickle jars I need to open and stuff like I struggle opening sodas. Like if you see me trying to open like a big thingy of like a soda, I'm just like, ugh!
See, I always thought that was fake. Like when women, like with my wife or whatever, would have me open the jar. I always thought that was like fake. They're like, "Here, feel like a man. Open this for me."
It's not fake. It's not fake. I really can't open things sometimes. And see, when I was a kid, I used to be so cool. Like, yeah, I could open this can of soda all by myself. But now I need help opening like pickle jars because my son loves pickles, and I need help opening soda bottles, like the big ones. I can open the little ones, but I need help with the big ones.
Well, the pickle jars, you just got to tap the lid. Like tap the corner of the lid.
I don't know. I hate pickles, so I don't know. I've never opened pickle jars before.
Or you can use a can opener and just kind of pull the side out a little bit until the seal breaks, makes it a little easier to open.
Blech. So gross.
Yeah, don't let your kid play with that though. Sharp edges.
He had pickles today, and he just threw them up. And I'm just like, gosh darn it! You asked for the pickles, and you just throw them up.
Did you put enough butter on them?
Too much.
No,
Yeah.
maybe I did not put. I'm not going to put butters and pickles, okay?
I thought you were supposed to
get on weight.
No. Okay, my son's going to be at least semi-healthy.
I thought he had to put on weight though. Yeah.
Yes. But I'm not going to depend on butter. He ate peanut butter today. Peanut butter's good.
Peanut butter and pickles.
Ugh.
Just do like ants on a pickle.
That's like the while you're pregnant trope, peanut butter and pickle.
I did not even like that when I was pregnant. It was so gross. I liked eggs a lot when I was pregnant, and Chinese food, and onion rings and ranch dressing. And
Onion rings are
and
good.
I would put the onion rings in a chocolate milkshake.
Like mixed together?
Yeah, like
With
just
ranch?
yeah, like I would dip it in a little bit of ranch, just a little bit, and then I dip it, like scoop the chocolate milkshake and I'd eat it. I would like use the onion ring as a spoon, and then I dip it and scoop.
I used to do that with Frosties. I used to do that with Frosties all the time. Dip like fries into the Frosty. All right, when I was really young, I would actually scoop up some of the Frosty with like my burger and eat it in one bite.
I did a.
So you ate like a pregnant woman.
Yeah, basically.
Oatmeal cookies and ranch.
Oh, I love oatmeal cookies.
But I used to dip them in ranch.
Guys, stop making me hungry.
Oatmeal cookies and ranch. Wow, that is an interesting combination.
And then one time when I was camping with my friends, we all decided to make peanut butter and jelly and s'mores. So, so we made like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then just stuck a fucking unmelted s'mores in the middle.
Wow.
It was actually not bad, but it was just so much sugar that you couldn't tell what you were eating.
No, it makes me sick nowadays. I feel so old. I can't enjoy some of the sugary treats I used to like.
You're 20. You are not old.
It hurts my stomach, okay? Just like, gosh darn.
The milk helps settle your stomach. That's the key.
Yeah, and eat a lot of bologna sandwiches and then dance.
Oh, I'm so tired of bologna.
I am actually going camping though tomorrow or the next day, whenever my family doesn't fear getting wiped away and drown.
Drown! Drown! Drown.
Yeah.
Did you say
Dude,
yum,
man.
yum, yum, yum?
I said drown.
Oh, okay. I thought you said yum, 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 yum. And I was like, I don't understand what that has to do with drowning.
That would be a little weird. But man, I cannot wait until like hamburgers cooked over a campfire is like the greatest thing ever, dude.
So, like, I think I have, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I have 28 boxes of block lists.
Of what?
I have 28 people on Steve Shive's picture block list.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I
Am I blocked by Steve Shives? I imagine I am.
I feel like I'm cheating because I'm just doing copy paste over and over again. I think I should just start making like track marks, like 1, 2, 3, 4 straight, 1, 2, 3, 4 straight. Because
you need a lot.
I
That guy's notorious.
Yeah, I feel bad. Like I don't want to do copy paste over and over again.
What is Steve Shives' Twitter?
Steve Shives? I'm not blocked yet.
Yeah, I think it's just that Steve Shives.
I'm not blocked yet, but I think it's because I'm technically a minority.
Technically,
And a woman.
And a woman. Well, I don't know, because he's been kind of mean to Lacey Green. She's a woman.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore.
I mean,
she's not a woman anymore now that she's going out with Chris Reagan.
I feel
and said,
like,
hey, maybe.
Like,
Steve Shives has been suspended?
Chris Reagan's, like...
Are you serious?
He's my type, and I feel bad.
You like 3-foot tall men?
I like white guys.
He's from Puerto Rican.
Kind of like a Smurf, though.
I like them white and Aryan.
He's Puerto Rican.
Oh, god damn it. Well, he's still paler. He's paler than me.
Yeah. But he's really short. Like him and Lacey Green are really short, dude.
Well, I'm 5 feet tall. I could love him.
Yeah.
You could love Roy.
Huh?
You could love Roy.
No, because Roy doesn't like short Mexican women.
Everybody likes short Mexican women, dude. Don't
My
Yo.
cousin's wife.
Yeah, the like short Mexican women.
No, my cousin is married to a short Mexican woman.
Apparently, he thinks it's funny when I get upset because I start shaking like a chihuahua.
I can't blame him on that, dude.
It's not funny.
Well, not to you.
And generally, being the butt of the joke, you're not supposed to be the one laughing. I would say probably.
Yeah, that tends to ruin it. Unless, well, you could choose to find it funny as well. Although it's tough when you're angry to find it funny.
I usually find it funny like later, but
yeah, in the moment, like finding things funny when you're angry is not the easiest thing to do.
Oh, I wish I had a recliner.
Like, stupid Roy not immediately finding me attractive.
Damn that guy.
God.
I imagine having a kid, probably there's a lot of guys who are immediately like, yep, nope.
Yeah, no, like I get it. He's probably like he's young. That's why I like tend to date older guys, because guys like Roy, you know, they still like their alcohol. They still like
Roy
going out
married?
with their friends.
I think
You
Roy's
know.
married.
Or he's not married.
I thought he kept talking about being married with his, like, he's the dude who always lays in the bed, right?
With who?
He always lays in the bed on the cunt stream.
Yeah, he always lays in his bed, but he's not married.
Oh, I thought he had, like, a wedding ring on.
No.
Oh, okay.
Stop ruining my chances. No, he's a good friend. He's like turning into kind of a brother to me.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he's like turning into a brother. So I don't know, probably in like a couple of months I probably won't be attracted to him anymore.
So you're looking for, like, the incest thing right now.
Whoa, no.
Because you said he's like a brother, so...
Well, like simulated incest, be kind.
Yo, dude, what the hell?
Well, you said that you're still attracted to him and he's like a brother. I think that's why.
I said he's turning into a brother to me.
All right, we're just telling you how it sounded.
No, I'm not into that stuff, okay? He's turning into a brother to me, but he's not one just yet. But probably in a couple of months I won't be attracted to him anymore, and he'll probably be a brother to me.
So you're putting yourself in the friend zone, huh?
It's probably the most responsible thing to do now that I have a child.
Yeah, no dating.
He still likes to go out with his friends and stuff and drink. I'm like, I can't be that kind of person that makes him feel guilty about doing that.
Well, it's not like you can't do that ever, I mean,
No.
life isn't over because you had a kid.
I don't really care to drink anyways, and my son deserves at least one sober parent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, going out in general. I mean, it's not like you have to never go out again.
Well, why do you think I'm on stream so much? This is like my virtual going out.
You could always do most major areas have like swing dancing, and that's usually
I have 2 left feet. I've never been a good dancer.
Swing dance isn't that hard. I've yet to see a single person not be able to learn it.
I will probably hurt people with my crushy toes. Like, smash!
It's all right. You're adorable. They'll forgive you.
Yeah, if you're slow enough, you're not likely to hurt them too bad.
Yeah, guys. I don't know.
I mean, if you're almost a midget, I mean, how much damage can you really do?
I'm technically overweight.
Yeah, but still, I'm overweight. My overweight is probably a lot different than your technically overweight. I'm going to cause a lot more damage.
I like that we're arguing over how much damage people can do while dancing.
like I could. What if I accidentally crushed a little person?
That's why I don't like kids. I'm always worried I'm gonna step on them.
Yeah, like I could accidentally trip and fall on a little person while swing dancing.
kids are squirrely too. Like they don't like to stay in one place. They like to move around.
Oh my God, yes. He learned how to crawl, and he's pretty good at it now. He's kind of doing this army crawl kind of thing. And he's pretty good. And he found an old cereal on the floor. And he ate it, and he swallowed it before I could get to him.
Oh, even he needs the calories, right? You know, as many as he can get.
I guess that's why I didn't freak out. I'm just like, oh, you need the calories. It's fine. It's probably not the worst thing in the world. Maybe. If you throw up, I'll clean it up later. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to freak out. Who's freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You're fine.
I don't know, man. I had to deal with my sister when she was a little kid. I had to fucking get her up and to take her to daycare when I was in high school, and man, that was enough for me. That was I learned very quickly. Oh yeah, kids are fucking hard.
Yeah, they're really not. Well, yeah, actually, the first several years, but after that, you kind of settle into a routine. They're pretty low maintenance after that. Or mine is, I should say. Mine's pretty low maintenance.
Every time I feel like I get into a routine, he decides he wants to do something new.
Yeah. So how old is he again?
He's almost 15 months, a year.
So he's not walking yet?
No, he's not walking yet.
Actually, really, just the crawling is when, like, for the first, 3 or 4 months, it's easy because they can't go anywhere. They don't crawl yet, or they don't do shit.
I miss that because he was in the NICU, so I didn't get to, enjoy him being a nice little potato.
But yeah, once they start crawling, man, yeah. You can't just pass out and be wake up and be like, oh, he's still fine.
That's why I got my cousin's old baby playpen, and I lowered his crib, so it's kind of like a playpen. So I have 2 playpens, so I just kind of put him in baby gel when I need to, do the dishes.
I'm picturing when you said lowered his crib, I'm picturing it like a fucking lowered gangster car. Popping it and shit.
No, that means
I've
entirely
put rims on it.
Thing. That means
Ground
an
effects.
entirely different thing to parent.
You got Lowrider playing in the background.
His what's it called? His therapist got all on me about me using the jumper and the walker too much. I'm just like, I need to use this. They're like, nope. Playpen, and he has to crawl, and I'm just like, oh god, dang, fine. Well, I was using the walker and the jumper when I needed to wash the dishes and do the laundry, but he apparently I'm not supposed to use that anymore.
Yeah, well, it should be walking pretty quickly, yeah.
Because he's technically disabled, they don't think so until you're maybe 4 or 5. I said 2. I said he's not walking until he's 1.5 or 2. But, on their paper, they said 4 or 5. But I don't care. Because he's already crawling. He crawled on his first birthday, and he's going to walk. I'm making him walk. I'm making him walk to his bathtub at night, and I'm holding his hands, and I don't care. And I put him in baby jail, and I put toys there so he has to stand up.
Baby jail.
I make him exercise.
Did he drink cigarettes for fucking baby jail wine and stuff? I mean,
the baby jail toilet wine.
You get little baby jail tattoos.
Oh, and then I was holding him. I know he's really small, but I was holding him to the toilet to see if I could get him to pee. He peed on me. But I think he has the general idea. He started crying his foot on the toilet. But I think he started having a tantrum and he felt his little foot fall in the toilet because he's such a tiny little guy. But I was trying to potty train him and he didn't like it. He peed on me.
I'm just
all right.
And the counter. And the floor. But not the toilet.
A very small person with a lab coat and the big lab glasses, welding glasses, holding a baby over and then occasionally making check marks on a little experiment list or something like that.
Yeah, because he ended up peeing on the counter and the floor and me, but not in the toilet, but in the bathtub.
So you got more laundry to do. That works out.
Everywhere but. I'm picturing the baby from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like smoking a cigar and just pissing everywhere.
I think my son might be an asshole.
Mm.
I hear that's a very common thing for parents to feel, though.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'm not gonna feel guilty about it, but sometimes I think I'm raising a smartass. He's like, "You want me to pee? Fine, I'll pee on you. There, I'm done."
I'll pee everywhere but the toilet.
I think I need to get him like a mini toilet, like one that looks like an adult toilet, so he feels included. Because he doesn't like things that look like baby things. He despises baby toys. He despises baby brushes. He breaks all the baby plates. He needs a big person plate, a big person brush, and just like big kid toys. He has a bunch of Nerf guns he took from his cousin. He doesn't even shoot them. He just kind of like looks at them and bangs them on the floor.
Are you raising like Donald Trump?
I don't know.
It sounds like it.
He took another kid's balloon. It's been in his bed. It's been in our room for like a week. I'm looking at it right now. It still hasn't died yet, but he took another kid's balloon. I don't know. And then I'm trying to cut back on TV. So what I started doing is I got these 2 giant picture frames of the baby. So it's just a bunch of pictures of him and one of me and one of my sister, and he pretty much just yells at it. I don't know if that was better than letting him watch TV, because he's just yelling at pictures of himself.
That's interesting. I don't know what that means, but that's interesting.
You're just
Maybe
like,
he's
hey.
just yelling in general, like, bitch, I know this ain't a TV.
He's like, hey.
I've seen TV.
Yeah,
this is not it.
I don't know, because he stands on top of pictures of himself and hits like the little baby faces and will talk to them. He'll like, right.
Oh, you got to teach him profanity.
I think. I don't know. He says duck. He says duck properly, so I'm very proud of him for saying duck properly.
Teach him to say duck you. It'll be adorable.
I think I taught my sister to swear by the time she was 3.
I think there's a reason you don't have children.
Oh, my parents got a call from the daycare center because they were worried, because she would show up to daycare with like 2 different shoes, like not matching shoes, and like weird like combinations of clothes. Like I'd put like neon green like plaid with like pink and white polka dot pink. I'd like braid one side of her hair and then ponytail the other side, but in like two ponytails.
Oh man!
Why? Did you do that on purpose?
It was funny, and it didn't make like she didn't know she was she's like 3 years old. She's happy to fucking be there, and have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I made sure she had her peanut butter and jelly. Their hair was brushed out, and I just did all that.
Other than that, just mess with the people that work there.
Yeah, essentially, I thought it'd be funny as hell.
Dress yourself?
Have you always been like a trolly kind of person to get a reaction out of people? Should I start like I don't know, like as a mom, I'm like expected my son to have nice, clean, ironed clothes and laundry done. I'm just like, I don't care if it's wrinkled, okay? I got him out of pajamas. I feel like that's an accomplishment.
No, you just teach him how to be kind of like profanity and deal with it. Just do the dishes with the dirty laundry. Save yourself a step.
I wish.
Chuck it all in there.
Chuck it all in there. Scrub the plates with the shirts. By the time you're done, the shirts will be soapy and cleaned out, and so will the plates.
It's a real time saver.
I could throw it in the dryer. I'm actually considering this because I really don't want to do laundry.
Oh man, I really don't think you should ever listen to any of my advice. I'm just
I'm actually considering this because I don't want to do laundry. I just want to sit on my desk, work, provide for my son, and take a nap, and maybe eat another pancake later. Is that too much to ask?
Hey guys, I gotta step away here for a minute, man. Stabby, while I'm gone, give her some more parenting tips, and I'll be right back.
Wait, no, I need the actual parent.
Have you learned how to like fold him in a blanket so he can't get out?
No, he doesn't like that anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, he likes to just like be free, and he'll take a blanket, but his feet can't be covered. He's very particular about that.
I mean, you gotta learn to fold him into like a little baby burrito when you're busy, so that he just like.
You can still make them into burritos when they're one.
I don't know, but you can do play like Houdini. Essentially, it's almost like tying your kid up and teaching him how to escape.
He doesn't like that. I don't think I don't know. I don't think he'll like it because he likes to sleep like a little starfish. I should buy him a starfish. There's these little starfish things where you zip up your baby and they can't escape. That sounds mean, but it's actually a blanket. It's supposed to help with like SIDS because you're not supposed to have blankets in your baby's crib.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a little baggy sleeping bag blanket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be for like winter or to like make him not crawl out of the crib, which is scary because he's already trying to do that. He's trying. He can't move his legs too well, but he's trying.
Oh,
he's trying to crawl out of this crib. He hits his head a lot. Maybe I should get the helmet before I get the sleeping bag.
Just wait, the helmet? Oh, because he bangs his head into the wall?
He's been banging his head on the wall, once on a window, mostly the wooden part of his crib, and I don't know how he manages to miss the cushions.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, like he manages, like I even got like the special breathable cushions, and I even wrapped it around my face and breathed through it. Like I test everything out, so I made sure I could breathe through the cushions. And I don't know how he manages to miss it. He just manages to hit his head on the wooden part all the time. I just hear gunk, 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 gunk. Or even in the playpen, he manages to find the hardest part in the playpen and hit his head on that. I don't know how.
Oh, that sounds pretty scary. I bet you come running, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, like after the 5th time in the day, if he's not crying, I just kind of give up. I'm just like, oh, you're fine. You're not crying, you're not bleeding, you're not concussed, you're fine.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah. The first time I freak out. Like the first time in the day, I'm just like, okay, get out of there. Play on the floor. But then he'd find something he's not supposed to play with, like a wire or a cell phone charger. Or, I don't know.
If you butter the floor enough, you could put him on the floor and then he wouldn't be able to get out of that spot. And when he hit the floor, he would get those, like, the butter.
Ugh, gross. He ended up ripping... I put him in his crib today, and I was like, okay, here's a bunch of books. Read quietly. I'm going to try and get some work done. I don't know how, but he managed to rip up a bunch of cardboard books.
Maybe he like drooled on them and weakened them first.
I don't know. Those are really strong cardboard books.
Oh man, you're not making me want to have kids.
Don't have kids. Never have kids. Well, at least don't have kids by yourself because it's obviously better with help. My mother took him for half of the day so that he could go to my grandma's. So it was a grandma day today, so I at least had a third of the day to myself.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, like that's why it's great to live with. It's great to have help. Like I have my mom, my sister when she's not being a bitch and wants to watch him for a couple minutes, my stepdad, and my grandparents.
I love it. That implies so much. My sister, when she's not being a bitch, clearly you two get along very well.
She's my baby sister. I love her. But she's still very spoiled and young.
As opposed to your ancient 20 years old.
I think I have at least matured. I think having a baby has matured me. I think I have forced myself to mature at least better than most 20-year-olds.
You've probably dealt with a lot more crazy shit, that's for sure.
Yes. You know, I don't know, I look at my sister and, like, sometimes I'm a little jealous. Like, oh, man, I'd love to just go to like, New York for the weekend and just have a girls' night. Just be like, yay, wee, I'm gonna go shopping and be stupid, wee. And I'm just here with 3 diapers and just like, I'm so tired of everything. Why is everything annoying? Everything is annoying.
I went shopping with a friend of mine once when she was buying a dress, and that was awful.
Yeah, women are like that.
It was like a nightmare. Well, she's also a very petite person, and refuses to shop in the junior miss department until she's seen every other dress in the place. But like, she ends up having to buy like from the junior miss department.
Yep.
And it was very funny. Like, the one part that was enjoyable was watching her like slowly get more frustrated as like each salesperson was like, well, you might be able to find that in the junior miss. And then constantly thinking we were going to prom together. That was pretty fucking funny.
Oh, that's really cute, actually. Oh, I get annoyed though because I do want to be taken seriously sometimes. Like if I relax my voice and I try to sound mature, and like my son has a doctor's appointment, sometimes they think I'm his sister, and I'm not at the age where I want to be confused for his sister. You know, I like my kid has some serious medical issues. I don't know, and I want to be taken seriously. Like, God damn it.
The goddamn it in the adorable voice probably isn't helping.
God damn it. like though, like seriously, I'm just like, okay, my son's in surgery. Okay, how long is it gonna take? Well, we're waiting for the mother. I am the mother.
I don't know. There's an old show called Dinosaurs, which you probably didn't see because it's a
Not the mama.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was the not the mama thing? How much old shit have you watched? You just sit around and watch like stuff from the 80s?
I used to as a kid a lot. My parents had a bunch of VCR tapes, and you know, my parents were very busy, and my grandparents were very busy, so I watched a lot of old stuff. I had a bunch of like, because I would go with my dad for a week because my parents are divorced. My dad had a bunch of old stuff he wanted me to watch, and like Star Wars, and you know, he had this old Pac-Man thingy with a joystick, and a bunch of old shows. And then my mom, because she worked, she would also like unfortunately have me be raised by TV.
That's not the worst thing, as long as it's good TV.
But yeah, so like both my parents just got me like a big, like those big buckets full of VCR tapes.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you remember VCR tapes.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of Nickelodeon VCR tapes. I had a bunch of like Barbie VCR tapes. I had like a lot now that I think about it. I don't remember them all. But I used to love watching a bunch of old cartoons. Like I missed a lot of like movies, but I love like cartoons are my thing. Like I love cartoons.
Oh, when I was a little kid, Nickelodeon was where it was at. Like the you can't do that on television and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
That was the bomb. And then Silverhawks was good.
Oh, old Nickelodeon was the best.
With that, He-Man, they had Silverhawks. There were still GoBots, which I don't think anybody remembers GoBots. But
Hey, GoBots. GoBots, we're the knockoff Transformers. Please buy our toys.
Hey, high-end GoBot toys. Oh, yeah. I liked it better than the Transformers, I think.
I think I had one my grandma gave me from a garage sale. I think that's why older guys like to date me, is because I understand their references. Sometimes, at least when it comes to the cartoons.
As long as they're older dudes who talk about cartoons all the time, and that's not weird.
That's not weird at all. Well, you know what I mean, right?
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. Like, I'm not super ignorant. I know GoBots.
Well, I was going to say, and then it's probably appealing to try to date older guys because they're less fucking crazy. Like their brains are all the way cooked.
Yeah, and older guys are more mature, and they usually have a job where, I hate to sound like I hate to sound money hungry, but I do need somebody like stable and,
well, you might need some guy who can at least take care of himself, I'm sure.
Yeah, who can at least buy his own clothes and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know, and young guys, they still want to drink and party and waste money on cigarettes. That's good for them, but I don't need that in my life.
Oh man, that is the one thing I am happy about doing. I quit smoking a couple of years ago. That was fucking the best choice. Because I don't know if you know much about California, but like the freaking cigarette taxes now, it's almost like $8 or $9 a pack.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
It was awful. It was like $5 when I smoked, and I quit like just as it started to get hiked up to like 8 or 9. So I was like, yes. I wasted hundreds of, thousands of dollars on cigarettes smoking, but at least I got out before it got really expensive.
Yeah, like my ex would, he would get, when I was pregnant, he would get after me for wanting fast food because I was just craving fast food because I was pregnant. And he's like, we don't have the money for it. And then he would turn around and buy cigarettes for himself and his parents.
Yeah. Well, and I can see the fast food because it's a lot of like salt and fat and calories. It's exactly what your body wants.
I wanted fast food.
Yeah, if you gotta like choose between cigarettes and like food for your pregnant girlfriend, it's not really a tough choice, I would imagine.
I don't know. Like he would get after me for like not eating like the food at the house, but I was like, I'm not craving the food at the house. Like I don't know. And I wasn't gaining weight, and the baby wasn't gaining weight. Like I was eating as much as I could, but obviously I have a small stomach. I can't gorge myself. Like I wish I could, but like
you just need a funnel and like a stick to just plunge it in there,
Yes. So I'll remember that if I ever magically get pregnant again.
Yeah, like foie gras. Well,
Yes.
I assume pregnancy doesn't work by magic, right? Like
I don't
the mommy
know.
and the daddy have a special hug, and then
A special hug. Is that how I should explain it to my son?
I don't know, man. My mom always explained to me exactly what was real. Like she never made shit up. So like,
I want to be honest, but at the same time, I don't know when it's appropriate to do anything.
well, I think if you look at how much detail do you have to go into.
I don't want to go into any detail. I just want to ignore the situation forever and just hope he figures it out himself. But that's not a responsible thing to do.
I just meant like depending on the age. Like if he's like 4 years old and he's like, "Where do babies come from?" Well, mommies and daddies love each other very much. Mommy grows the baby in her tummy. That's as much as they need to know, but you don't have to lie about it.
I hate the idea of lying to him. And I know one day I'm going to have to do it for whatever reason. But still, I hate the idea of lying to him. He's so cute and innocent. He thinks licking the floor is okay. He's so perfect.
Well, maybe you'll be lucky and he'll just stay exactly like that.
No, it's horrible. I watched a documentary about this family where their baby wouldn't grow and she stayed a baby forever at 18 years.
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
Exactly.
Suddenly that joke is less funny in my head.
Yeah, see, I watch a bunch of scary documentaries, and I don't know why I do this, because it just makes me afraid.
You should probably just smoke weed instead.
I think I drink too much coffee because I don't know. I think I'm naturally anxious, and I don't think coffee's healthy.
Oh, see, I've stopped drinking it. I've stopped with caffeine a couple of years ago, and that was awesome.
But like, I love caffeine. I think I'm addicted to caffeine. I think I'm counting my bottles of coffee like an alcoholic counts their bottles. I don't think that's healthy.
Think about how much food you could afford if you stopped drinking coffee.
I don't even like buy coffee. My mom just surprises it with me, and I save the leftovers. I freeze it.
Oh my god! I'm just picturing all these little like half-drank Starbucks like glasses in the freaking.
And it's actually like I have these old Starbucks glass bottles, and I just put like regular coffee in there or something, and I just put it in there forever. I made the mistake of overfilling one of the bottles today by accident. I thought it was at a good thing, but it ended up cracking the bottle. So I had to carefully get it out of my freezer and put it in the sink and then throw away the glass.
You didn't just like save the coffee though?
No, I couldn't. I was afraid of glass being inside the coffee.
But then you just have sparkly like pee later. I swear, it's totally safe.
What is wrong with you? Do you want to hurt me?
No, just I'm
Wait,
terrified.
How old are you again? You know, GoBots. You're like, what, 40?
37.
I was close.
37 going on 12.
That's cool. Never grow up. I can't wait to show my son. I get to watch cartoons with my son. He loves this cute little new Nickelodeon show called The Loud House. And we get to watch it together. We watch PBS. It's fun. Like the good moments where the good moments where he just wants to lean back on the pillow and watch cartoons. It's great.
The shows for kids now are nuts, man. It's like being on acid.
A lot of them are. The one that I watch with him, The Loud House, it's a show about a boy with 10 sisters. And he loves it.
Oh, God, that would be loud.
Yeah, their last name is Loud. It's a cute play on words. And, like, you would think having 13 characters would be, like, distracting. Like, you'd forget the characters. But they actually do it in a good way where all the characters are memorable and you don't forget them. I mean, sometimes I get their names confused, but it's cool. I just don't understand why they would continue having 11 kids. Why? Why would you do that?
Welfare?
No, they have a job and they have a good house and everything.
Oh, one of my buddies, his aunt had like 12 kids because of welfare.
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, like I can see that, like welfare, obviously. I was talking to a conservative guy today. He's like, conservatives are like, no, don't be on welfare, whatever. Well, this conservative is like uber conservative, and he was just like, you fucking need to get on food stamps. I never say this to anybody, but you need to get help. But I'm like, no.
Well, the thing is, there's a difference between people who are abusing the system and
that's what he said. He's like, there's a difference, and you are the difference. I'm like, no. No.
No?
So, no. No.
It's like a cat.
No. But yeah, like an uber conservative guy was telling me I needed to be on welfare. Or get some. He said he didn't specifically say welfare. He's like, you need to get help, like just some kind of help.
Well, probably like the WIC thing would be a good idea.
I'm already on WIC. I'm not getting any more help.
Are you using all of the WIC, or are you just using part of it?
I'm just using the WIC so I can get a breast pump. That's it.
Get the formula you said, or?
Oh yeah, but he's not supposed to be on it anymore because it was only from a year to 12 months. So they took him off it.
Oh.
But they gave me a prescription for Pedialyte.
Oh, Pedialyte.
Yeah, and they said I should use it.
Yeah, that's just great for hangovers, by the way.
Baby Pedialyte? You take baby's Pedialyte?
Yeah, it's way better because there's not as much sugar, but it has all the electrolytes and the stuff to rehydrate you.
It's kind of like Gatorade without all the sugar, right?
Yep, pretty much. It's the best.
So I'm gonna make an appointment with WIC and get that. I'm gonna use that prescription for Pedialyte.
Yeah, but you can also get things like Cheerios and cheese and milk and stuff like that.
They don't give it to me anymore.
Oh, they don't.
No, because I don't know. I could, I guess, ask for it. I don't want to. I'm fine.
No, I
I
mean
could
for your
just
kid.
go to my grandma's and he can eat there.
Oh, there you go. You have your grandma's house to eat at.
Yeah. I used to, like, when people move, I used to make money cleaning their houses when they moved. And nobody's moved recently, so I haven't made any cash. Or nobody's wanted my art. Yeah. I got a free can of formula in the mail, though. Because I signed up for coupon stuff. So I got a free sample can of formula. It's not the one the doctor likes, but it's food.
Wait, are you eating the formula?
No, it's for the baby. I'm just saying if I run out of the Pediasure.
Okay.
Like because he's been eating like a cow. So like if he runs out, he's got food.
Can't they extend that? Like I thought, since your son's underweight, they can't extend the
They do,
formula
but
to 12 months?
they do. They do, but they require doctor's signature, and they didn't. They switched him over from the formula to Pedialyte.
Oh, gotcha.
Pediasure. Pedialyte's for old people. Pediasure. They switched it over, so I have to give them the new prescription for Pediasure because it's for toddlers. Because he's technically a toddler now, but I still see him as my cute little baby.
Yeah, my son's 13, and I still call him baby.
He's my little baby. He's always been my little baby. I saw little pictures of him when he was little, and he used to hold my finger. Now he pushes me away. Why is he crying?
I did not follow that. It turned into like high pitched, meshed in with my tinnitus sound, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, there's that ringing.
Yeah, it sounded sad, but also, with the voice and all, it was also kind of, adorable.
Oh no, I have this big picture frame of me when he was little, with his little $3 clothes wouldn't fit him. All of his clothes are super baggy. And he used to hold my finger, and now he doesn't love his mommy anymore. He just pushes me away. He doesn't hold my hand anymore. Why is he growing up?
I usually remind him that he can be replaced. Be like, look, I made you. I can make another one.
I don't want to make another one. It's too much work, and they're so expensive.
Oh, God, I can't even imagine.
I'm not making another one. I'm burning my uterus as fast as I can.
Okay, my brain took that into a weird place. I'm just trying to picture somebody with like, how would you do that?
I'm burning my tubes. I'm getting them tied as soon as possible.
Oh, so I was just picturing somebody with like a branding iron or something, trying to figure out how to you could potentially do that, I suppose.
No, I'm just gonna get my tubes tied as fast as possible.
Oh yeah, if we want to like survive the process, sure.
I do. I do. I like living.
You want to live dangerously.
No, I can't afford to live dangerously. It's expensive, and I have a child.
Oh man. Well, wow, my fucking brain is fried right now.
Did you have too much marijuana?
No. Super hot day today. And then I've been freaking cooking and doing dishes all day. Made chicken and dumplings. Hey.
Oh, yummy. Like the white person way?
What's the white person way?
You know, like the like creamy dumplings with the creamy cream. Like, the shredded chicken and the flour. Like the southern way?
The way I do it is I put carrots, onions, chicken, and celery, and whatever seasonings in a crock pot with chicken broth and cooked that all day. And then just made like some Bisquick biscuit dough and then dropped that shit on top and let it cook until the dough was cooked.
To the southern way.
Apparently, I don't know. I cook a lot of different things. I don't know what they're like, Southern or whatever.
Well, like, you know how, like, chicken and dumplings, they make chicken and dumplings, like, in Chinese restaurants?
Oh, like where the meat's on the inside of the dumpling. Oh yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah. And then there's the southern ways with the flour and the crock pot. Yummy. That's the one thing I will not deny my ex. He showed me chicken and dumplings.
Oh, if he brings it for you.
He doesn't bring it to me anymore, but like when we were dating, he showed me chicken and dumplings.
You know, that makes sense. You talk about food a lot. I can imagine that would be like how he won you over, right? With like all the cooking and stuff.
He didn't cook. His mother would cook.
Oh, how do you not know how to cook as an adult?
I don't know. He's older than I am, and I can cook better than him. Stupid ex.
Yeah,
Existing.
Yeah. I think it's one of the things my ex like resented about me is the fact that I was way better cook than she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was weird.
Another thing about older men is that older men tend to know how to cook, or at least take care of themselves.
Yeah. Well, I was pretty much always single, so I had to kind of learn to cook for myself. And I was always, high, so I like to, enjoy the food, so I kind of learned how to cook well.
You got to learn how to cook well. I had to learn to cook well because I was working in a freaking group home, essentially. So, like, I'd have to cook dinner for them every night. Like, I learned a lot of cooking from my parents, like, growing up. But then, like, I actually had to just cook dinner for, like, 7 people every night. Or, like, 5 nights a week when I was working.
Right.
You learn how to cook real fucking quick.
Yeah, I bet. That's the kind of thing I missed is my son, like, there's not a whole lot that he likes. And I don't like, it's hard to cook a meal for just 2 people.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'll make him, he likes spaghetti and meatballs. So, like, I never made it before, but, like, since I've gotten custody of him, I've learned how to make it. And it seems he eats a lot of it, so I must be doing something right.
Do you make, like, the real meatballs, or do you do the spaghetti, like, meat sauce?
Yeah, no, I make the meatballs myself.
Oh, I can make pretty good meatballs. I put cheese inside them and Cheerios.
Yeah. What kind of cheese? You mean Parmesan? Yeah, I definitely put the Parmesan in the meatballs.
So, like,
a bunch of pepper, a little oregano. Obviously, the breadcrumbs.
I do that with my mini burgers, but they always end up being like meat nuggets.
Oh, you gotta with burgers, you gotta make it like a dish. Squeeze it so it's thinner in the middle than it is on the edges. Oh gosh!
I thought I did. I really did think that I made them into patties, but it turned out I just made little meat nuggets.
Well, if you squeeze them into patties so that they're just flat patties, they'll always cook into they'll swell up in the middle.
Yeah.
But if you make the middle super thin and the outside edge is thicker, it'll swell up and then end up being about like a burger patty.
Okay, I have made a Steve Shives room. I think.
Are there like stuffed animals in bondage gear and like?
No, I just made a cup chair.
Oh, okay.
And some crayons on the floor.
Oh, I think William Senchever was saying that you were drawing with crayons. I don't think he likes you.
No, I'm not drawing with crayons.
I think William has made that obvious, dude.
What kind of professional artist do you think I am drawing with crayons? Well, actually, no, there's a lot of professional artists that draw with crayons. I can do some pretty good stuff with crayons.
Well, all the backgrounds in my videos are made with crayons and construction because that's the best I can do.
It hurts if I do it with crayon too much because I put too much pressure.
That's what she said. Sorry, reflex joke.
Reflex joke.
So do you do like art just for people you do online, or do you like advertise like to businesses, or?
Just for people online. I just advertise online and make art for people.
Oh, okay, so sort of like the people on DeviantArt.
Yeah, like DeviantArt, but with YouTubers. So it's like YouTube art.
Yeah, well, DeviantArt is like a whole level of creepy. I don't know if either of you guys ever watched Mr. Matoker, but fucking some of the stuff on DeviantArt is disturbing.
I didn't think, was he on, I think he was supposed to be on YouTube Saints today, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Same guy. You still watch that, by the way?
I don't always catch it. I don't.
No, I stopped watching it.
Okay,
I assume it's still. I actually put a comment on another one that I was like, "Hey, so is YouTube Saints is still basically Jeff laughing hysterically at everything Liz says?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, pretty much."
It's been.
I'm like, all right, so I'm not missing anything.
It's been 3 hours and 30 minutes since my audio guy said he'd call me back. Should I call him?
I don't know.
I would at least text him.
Yeah.
I have been texting him this entire conversation. I've been like sending him question marks and like, hey. I just sent him hey right now.
Yeah, at this point, a phone call is probably not out of order, dude.
I hate being annoying, but I was really excited about putting up my video tonight.
Well, if he said a half an hour and it's now been 3.5 hours, that's long overdue.
Maybe he fell asleep. He sometimes falls asleep on his desk. Like he'll sit.
Yeah, I think that happened last week.
He slumps over and falls asleep on his desk.
You should probably find him and then draw on his face.
I should.
Yeah, little cock and balls going right into his mouth.
I wish. If I was a man, I would put my cock and balls in his mouth.
Yeah. No, draw the cock and balls right next to his lips.
I know. I was trying to make a dirty joke.
In permanent marker.
Dun dun dun.
That's what Opal needs. Is like a really good strap on, so she can like dress up like a man. And
I do. Like I was in a hangout today on a Google Hangout, and they were like, "Oh my God, Opal, you need to start dating again." I'm like, I can't afford to date because I don't want to be one of those moms that brings men into my son's life. And if the Heart Progress has scared me into dating because it could be anybody, so I need Heart. It's like a pedophile group. And Yeah, so like they have scared me from dating for at least 13 years, or at least until my son knows how to use a gun or knife and take care of himself.
That really is terrifying, dude.
Because they could be anybody, and that's like scary. They could be anybody.
Yeah.
And
the vast majority of that kind of stuff is done by family members. I mean, just like the reality of the statistics.
I know.
Yeah, that's what makes it even more terrifying, dude.
I know statistically I'm probably just freaking out, but I also don't think I'm emotionally ready for a relationship. So I went on to say I need I need a robot boyfriend.
You just need a vibrator, dude. You'll be fine.
That's what I was saying, a robot boyfriend. A robot, a vibrator, a battery-powered man. I need that in my life, like right now. Or every day. I would just use it like a smoker.
Yeah, let's get a Kickstarter going for you.
Also coffee.
Man.
I'm pretty easy to please. Just give me some batteries and some coffee and some food every once in a while.
They make real dolls for ladies.
I don't need a real doll because it's kind of creepy and I don't want to traumatize my son.
You just keep the real. Do you know how you store them?
Yeah, you don't leave them sitting out.
You hang them in your closet. So
but like, what if he finds it hanging in my closet? Then that scars him for life, and he becomes a murderer.
Well, then you just try to make sure that could happen a really good murderer.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you found if you were like 7 and you open your mom's closet and there's like a fake man just hanging in your mom's closet?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Pretty much no matter what you do or how well you do as a parent, your kid's going to end up screwed up on some level. So just relax and do your best.
No, I'm going to do my best because my son deserves more than my best. And
yeah, having said all that, you do your best. Your kid's going to end up screwed up somehow. It does not matter how well you do.
When I was a toddler, I used to sneak out in the middle of the night after my parents would have parties and finish the drinks.
Oh
Yeah.
God. No.
Dude, I used to go around, and I would go at the beginning of the party. I would make sure everybody saw me get a drink of my parents' drink, and then I would go around and I'd be like, "Hey, can I have a sip of yours?" And I would get a sip out of everybody's drink. I mean, you saw my parents, right? They let me drink it, so you give me a drink of your drink.
God, you guys don't make anything easier. Just help me get
Just relax and do your best, dude. That's all you can do.
I think I'll relax once I have a battery-powered boyfriend.
That would probably help.
Yes. I also should probably cut back on the caffeine.
Yeah, it's probably not helping the anxiousness.
When you stop drinking caffeine for a little while, in the mornings, you just wake up, and then you're awake, and it's cool.
But I don't like being groggy, and a kid needs me immediately.
It takes like a couple of weeks, and then you stop. The grogginess stops. You literally just wake up, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm awake now. Cool."
Yeah.
Yeah. You drink coffee like at night?
Yeah.
You drink coffee at night, like before you go to bed?
I never sleep, so I just kind of drink it whenever.
All right. That's healthy, I'm sure.
I used to keep a Mountain Dew on my bedside table when I was in high school. Instead of water.
I think if a sleep doctor ever just took the time to examine me, I think he would be surprised and scared. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? Like, I think I'd scare a sleep doctor. That's how I am.
Yeah.
Well, I think they'd be like, you probably should stop drinking coffee all day long and all night long.
I know. I have at least gone down to 1 bottle a day. That sounds like
How big is the bottle, though? She's got a bottle that holds like 4 liters, dude.
That sounded like an
That's her 1 bottle a day.
That sounded like an alcoholic. I've at least stopped drinking Coke.
Yeah, I'm lucky, man. Caffeine does not affect me. I get nothing from caffeine.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to not be able to sleep unless I had it.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes coffee makes me sleepy. So it's nice when I need a nap.
Yeah, like, you could have ADHD or whatever.
It depends on how much like sugar it has in it, then I'm usually okay.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I would wake up in the middle of the night, drink like half the soda on my bedside table, and then go back to sleep.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of the way it does me too. I guess like the sugar affects me. Like that'll amp me up a little or give me energy, but the caffeine kind of calms me down. Does the opposite.
Sugar, I miss.
But I've noticed that with like the prescription diet pills. Like I took a prescription diet pill, and it for one thing, it didn't stop me from eating, and it just like made me focus, dude. Like I watched a movie like that had commercials, and like I watched the whole thing through without changing the channel, and that's never ever happened. Any other time.
My mother is a special ed teacher, and she's like 90% sure I have ADD.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do too, because that's.
I obviously can't afford a therapist, but I'm like 90% sure I have ADD.
I don't know. I didn't have ADD when I was a kid, but I had dysgraphia, which is.
What's that?
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's just you can't write. Like,
wow.
There's like 2 other types that are super like also come with like mental retardation, but I just have the only thing is I can't write, and occasionally when I'm writing, I'll write the wrong letter for like no fucking reason.
It's like dyslexia, but not.
Yeah, it's sort of like the fine motor control doesn't work for handwriting.
Wow, that's
my dad is dyslexic, but I've never gotten tested. But my sister and I might have it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just never got tested.
Yeah, they tested me when I was in grade school or in kindergarten because they thought I needed to be held back like for remedial classes, and then. That's when they found out I had like a graduate school reading level or some shit.
The reason my mom never took my sister and I to get tested is because she said, "Well, it's not affecting your grades." Like,
see, yeah, it was for me.
Yeah,
because there weren't computers, So everything you wrote, you hand wrote.
Oh, see, in my day, I at least got computers to help me out, Sonny.
They actually had to give me like a typewriter for class.
Yeah, back in the days when they actually taught cursive in schools.
Oh, I write cursive.
Yeah, they don't teach cursive. I don't know if that's everywhere, but my son does not know, never learned how to write cursive.
I know how to write cursive. I taught myself in school because my handwriting was so ugly print that at least in cursive, it's at least legible.
Well, hold on. I gotta see if any of my shopping lists are here.
My handwriting is just so ugly that at least cursive, I can get away with it.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to
Yeah,
write clean and cursive.
and then I took a calligraphy course in high school and in college for my designing, and so it's just hard for me to write normal now because I go straight to cursive or calligraphy. It's really weird.
Or calligraphy.
Yep, that's gonna get.
Yeah, I know calligraphy. I'm not good, so I'm like an amateur calligraphist. But I had to take it for my designing course.
Well, that's okay.
And I just took it in high school for fun. Because that's what I do for fun. I take calligraphy courses.
Oh, see, that's my handwriting.
Oh, let me see. Do I have a picture of my handwriting? Ah, hold on. I can't see you. Oh, it's kind of like mine. There's just like
Well,
over.
Even if I go slower, it doesn't get any neater. It's like that's part of the dysgraphia thing. And then
Stop talking, making it go away.
Go away.
There we go. Turn off the camera.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you my handwriting.
Yeah, see, that's pretty good.
Steve
Yeah, I can read it.
Shives basement. Yeah, because I wrote slow.
I actually spent a year with a handwriting therapist, I think, when I was a kid.
Yeah, and in school I would get so much flack for having such ugly handwriting.
Yeah, my print is horrible.
Yeah.
Cursive is okay, but yeah,
My print is ugly. And I think because my teachers were in an era where everything was handwritten, they also didn't like that how ugly my handwriting was.
Well, you probably were the tail end of anything with being handwritten at all. Like, I imagine now most of it's done on computers.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of freaked out. I was like, what do you mean they don't show you cursive? And then I'm like, well, yeah, they're not going to be writing
Yeah.
shit.
My mom's
Well, I get it, but...
My mom's a teacher, and she gives all of her students have iPads that they can rent.
Yeah, well, it's like, I have yet to use any sort of algebra, other than if I'm like doing some woodworking or something.
Ugh, I mostly just use stuff to measure. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of annoyed. Ugh. I mean, it's really late, so he's probably asleep, but I'm kind of annoyed.
Well, you should probably just kill the guy. I don't see how there's any other way.
I should
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, last week he had fallen asleep on you as well.
This is a pattern.
A pattern is emerging.
Oh.
I sent him your coffee.
Or you need to find another way to motivate the guy, one way or the other.
I will suck his dick.
I'd probably do it.
Generally, that works.
Generally. An older man's opinion. Does that work?
What was that I fucking watched the other day on YouTube? There was this crazy chick who was talking about eating cum as like a health food. It was like, and she
protein packed.
They do, though. It has the same calories as one egg. I had a fact book, and I remember all the weird facts.
It was funny because she's doing the whole video, and she's just got like this clear bowl full of like some dude's load, and she's like talking about how like, and you know, I didn't have anything to do with the extraction, and I'm like, yeah, that's the weird part of this situation. Watching a YouTube video where you're gonna, it was so disturbing. It was so gross.
Her parents.
Like it would be a lot less weird if you did have something to do with it.
Her parents must be so proud.
Oh, it was so weird. She was just like, and it makes you feel better, and it's better for depression, and just going into all these like mystical qualities. And I'm like, oh,
did you guys read the article about the porn actress who died and who drowned in cum during a bukkake? She's a Japanese porn actress, and she drowned in a bukkake.
Oh man, that's fucking awful.
Is that
yeah,
real?
she drowned in semen.
Oh, that's either like a really good way to go or a terrible way to go, depending on like your stance on that, you know, or her stance, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if she was just a porn actress to support a drug habit, that probably sucks. But if she's a porn actress because she loved taking loads in the face, that'd be a great way to go.
I don't know, because like, Japan has like a different take on like sex. Like they're super pervy, but then they're super conservative, and then they're doing this, and then I don't know.
Oh, what was it I was talking?
It really is weird the way Japan's society is like that.
Right?
Yeah, I was watching this guy talking about Japan, and he was talking about how it's not an uncommon thing for dudes to just drive up and watch like the girls in high school and like doing their sports, like during their gym, and just jack off in their car.
Wow.
And he was saying like one of his friends, like her and her friends would go, and when they caught the guy doing it, they'd go and start banging on the door or on the car, telling him to hurry up. Not hurry up and like leave, but like hurry up and finish.
Wow.
And that was just like totally normal. And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
See, they were like they accept it, but then they don't accept it. It's like a weird thing. Like they're better at us than it, but then they're worse. It's weird.
It's not uncommon for like high school girls to be like prostitutes just for like a couple of years. It's real weird. They have a real weird.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for them to have dispensers, vending machines that sell used panties.
Oh, that sounds weird. But that sounds weird to us. That's totally normal for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But their society seems really rigid in a lot of ways, but then that shit's okay. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Like they're rigid, and then they're not, and then they're serious, but then they're buying panties out of a vending machine.
Used panties.
Used panties.
Yeah.
I want it to just be like a bunch of like old dudes like wearing them all day long. And that's what they're really being used by. It's all just like a bunch of nasty old ball sweat on like the panties that the dudes are like buying.
Yeah.
I hear that I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard like if they want to save money, they just put like a little tuna juice on it.
Damn.
That would be fucking funny.
I would do that if I wanted to save money, to be honest. Like if I had a business, I would do that. Just be like, they were short. Why don't I just do this?
Things.
Rub some tuna on there and throw them in there.
They won't know the difference. The sad part is when they can't tell the difference, then that's scary. And that's when you know you have a problem.
At that point,
yes.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, have you guys ever found a woman smell that appealing?
Have you guys ever what?
Have you guys, like, as men, ever found a woman smell appealing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never found one. I've probably been relatively lucky, but I've definitely never found one unappealing.
But, like you wouldn't spend money for it.
No.
Well, yeah, I don't have that fetish.
Yeah. But, I guess it's kind of normal because men like the way women smell.
Well, I mean, I don't like
taste. I don't really notice the smell.
balls, but some women like the way dudes smell. I don't know.
I don't like how sweaty balls smell, to be honest. Good guy's taking a bath. He's comfy with me.
See, I fucking said it, Daytona. There's a market in like freshening up wipes for dudes and ladies.
Yep.
Use on their
You
junk.
called it.
I don't like sweaty ball smell. Okay, like
Well,
maybe
No, that's understandable. We're not judging you for that. That's totally understandable.
because I live in the South, and that's not a good no. That is a no.
See, and that's what I'm saying. If I made like these little like like they make those wet naps for like after a restaurant, but like a bigger and more like a lemon scented one for like people to wipe down their genitals and stuff. Like that would be perfect.
Like a more scrotum friendly size.
Like a baby wipe.
Sort of, but like with less chemicals, so you didn't have to worry about anything afterwards.
I can see that working.
Yeah, something's
Just
like all natural cleaner or whatever, deodorant.
For like men and women. You just
Ball be gone.
before you're getting down with somebody, and then everybody's happy.
I have the feeling like the women would buy it for their boyfriends more than the boyfriends buying it themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Like, here, use these, goddammit. You want me to put
Please.
on your balls? Use these.
You are at the gym. Just please use these. Wait, do you guys like their balls being played with? Is that something guys like? That just seems weird to me.
Not really.
It's like that seems like a
But
very
it's nice.
sensitive area. Like,
No, it's not at all.
It depends on the dude. It can be really fun, but like it's not like a thing for me. I know that there's some dudes who really are into that.
like that seems like a very sensitive area. You don't want to screw up.
Sort of
it is like getting kicked there, but yeah.
Well, I mean, there's dudes that like having them grabbed and stuff or pulled on and that kind of thing. But it's sort of
I was curious and I saw a BDSM video where a guy's balls were in a hole. Like there's a plank of wood and there's a hole cut out, and the guy's balls were out of the hole and they were tied there and they were just being whipped.
Damn.
And they were like purple, and that made me feel bad, like in my area.
But that guy is probably loving it.
I was just like, ow.
Like there's
ow,
some guys
ow,
that are into
ow,
that kind of pain, man.
ow.
I cannot imagine enjoying that, dude. That's fucking crazy.
I was just like,
But
owie,
again, that's not
owie.
my kink or whatever.
I know, but it made me feel bad. Like my ovaries were feeling bad for that guy.
But again, that might be his thing. He might fucking love that, dude.
He was probably in heaven, but I don't think that's for me. Because I also don't think even if I loved the guy, I don't think I could whip his balls until they were purple.
I don't think anybody's ever going to whip your balls because they
like, no. I don't think I could be the whipper. Like, I don't think I could be that person. Yeah. Like, I don't.
Well, some chicks like to be tied up. Like, I'm not tying anybody up, but whatever,
Yeah. All kinds of people are into all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah. Do you honestly think you could choke? Like, if your future girlfriend asked you to choke her until she turned blue, could you physically do that?
I'd be too scared to fucking...
Physically? Yeah. I wouldn't do it because I would not. Yeah, that's just too risky.
Yeah. I'd be so terrified that I like fucking choke her too long and she's fucking dead. Like I just can't do it. I've had friends that talked about how fucking they've done it and the girls fucking love it because it really apparently enhances their orgasm or whatever. I couldn't do it.
I'm really strong. I have to be careful with that kind of thing. I could really hurt somebody.
You see, I get that a lot because I'm so small that a lot of guys are like, I don't want to hurt you. And I'm like, just touch me.
And when you say touch, do you mean choke?
No, I'm not into choking. Choking scares me.
Yeah.
But, because, I'm also tiny and somebody could screw up. But, a lot of guys are just afraid to just, do normal stuff with me.
Yeah, it would be tough. It's like to get a little rough, but if it's somebody that's really petite, you're gonna be a little hesitant to probably even slap your ass, dude. Like even then, we're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do this too hard.
And like it sucks because I don't know. Like I want to be treated like an adult, okay? I'm just like,
damn it! If she wants a spanking, she wants a spanking, just like every other adult.
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Be firm, demand it in that squeaky voice of yours.
I do. I demand. I'm very demanding.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining. I was just imagining you demanding to be spanked in that voice. And it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
I was with one guy and he was afraid to put his dick in me because he thought he would hurt me. He's like, I don't want to hurt you, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Somebody has an ego. Somebody thinks they're a lot bigger than they are.
I was screaming. I'm just like, why did you get to this point if you weren't gonna get to point B? What the hell?
Yeah, like, did he barely notice you were petite at that point?
I know. I was very upset.
Wait, I just realized I think I have a huge dick. I can't go through with this.
He had a huge ego or something. So, yeah, men are frustrating.
Yeah. It's totally. Women are not frustrating at all. They're just
women are a fucking picnic to deal with.
I'm pretty sure, but I don't deal with women. I deal with a little boy and men.
Trust me, you're way worse. Your gender, I mean, not you specifically. # not all.
I'm pretty sure I'm easier to accommodate. I just throw some snacks my way and let me have a couple of naps. Do the dishes every now and then. If you pee on the seat, wipe it down. But I'm a big girl. I can put the seat down myself.
Men need to learn to sit down to pee on a goddamn toilet. It's not designed to stand up and pee in it.
It's not.
Yeah. That's true, man.
Like, if you put the seat up, I'm a big girl. I can put the seat down myself. But just
sit down, as a man, if you sit down to pee on the toilet, you know what you never have to do? You never have to clean pee off of the floor because you can't fucking aim.
Yeah, that's really not that big of a deal. Like, I mean, you sit down to shit. It's the same thing. You just pee.
I think I'm fairly easy to accommodate. Just throw some snacks, do the dishes every now and then. Make a meal once a week, let me have naps, and, treat me like a woman every night.
Every night?
I don't go crazy.
And you may very well be, but just so you know, all women kind of think like that they're not.
I don't think I'm that crazy.
Oh no, I have a friend of mine who she's absolutely super high maintenance, like really crazy. She knows.
I don't think I'm that crazy. Like, I'm a bit spastic.
I'm saying you might not be, but I mean, odds are that you are.
I had a chick that I went out with once who showed up in like 90+ degree weather to hang out on like sort of a date thing, going mini golfing with a freaking scarf on. Like, I wasn't gonna figure out that she. And this is when I was like in my early 30s, like 32 or something like that.
Oh wow!
And like, I'm not gonna figure out that she was probably making out with some other dude.
Right.
To cover up.
Yeah, that's total normal. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sucky. I feel bad.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Man. Shit happens.
I think.
Was that an actual girlfriend or just?
No.
Still.
Yeah, it was still. Yeah, it was. Like,
I think that there are problems with both genders. Call me like an anti-feminist, but I think everybody individually has their own issues that we all have to deal with.
Well, men and women don't really belong together. That's my theory.
I think we do biologically.
Yeah, that's about it. We should come together and breed.
I get along pretty well with.
I get along with women great, if I'm not dating them.
Oh, see, but you had that one experience with the girl that was personality disorder. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, NPD, I'm pretty sure, narcissist. So, yeah. But then I kind of look back at my past history and like, you know, that seemed to be kind of a pattern. I like crazy
borderline
chicks.
personality disorder. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough to turn anybody off with that person forever.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah, nearly a decade.
Please don't date women who are diagnosed crazy.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that until, you know, I'm almost a decade into it.
Like,
I wasn't familiar with that. I didn't understand how that all worked.
oh.
Because I really thought she was just really stubborn and just wouldn't admit when she was wrong. I didn't understand that people with that personality disorder are delusional and they don't think they're ever wrong.
Yeah, no, they never think they're wrong. I think my ex has that.
Yeah.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was wrong. Sorry.
You mocking my pain, dude. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm wrong sometimes. I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not always right, but I'm usually not ever wrong.
All right. Very well.
I'm wrong a lot.
I'm usually
I am well aware of my lack of perfection.
I'm usually not wrong 100% of the time, but I'm usually right at least 80% of the time. I'm not wrong, but I'm usually kind of right.
Yep, there it goes.
Yeah. Although you might just be a 20-year-old with that attitude too. So.
Yes.
Well, the human brain doesn't fully develop until like 25 or something like that. So.
Yeah, so you're technically still talking to a child, guys.
Well, we're talking to somebody who's still growing and maturing, and has their brain still growing and maturing.
Right. Yeah, the part that makes rational decisions is not fully developed until you're 25. So if you're doing anything right, it's purely accidental.
I pay bills.
I still thought I was immortal when I was fucking in my 20s.
Yeah. Yep.
I pay bills. I raise a baby.
You're probably further along than most people. I'm just saying, like on average, most people just don't fully.
I don't want to grow up. I honestly hate that I'm growing up. I wish I was a dumb 20-year-old. Like, that's why I act so silly on live streams, because I just want that escape.
You know, you could get there, but you're gonna have to take a lot of drugs, and then you'll never really mature after that. But I don't know if you really want to do that.
I don't want to do drugs. My son deserves at least one sober parent.
Thinking if you smoke enough meth, you just stop really fucking progressing.
Whoa!
At a certain point.
Whoa!
Yeah, or anything you overuse is basically going to arrest your development. Anytime you're active addiction.
Well, I have more experience with people that have smoked meth because I work in mental health. So, like, the ones I see are all people who smoke meth to the point where they're like mentally ill. So,
yeah.
Whoa.
Have you had any of the ones that actually even without being high, still like hear voices and shit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the clients I work with are severely mentally ill. So they have like schizophrenia and.
This is getting dark.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, like they like hear.
You only had one person watching. Okay, guys, you only had one person watching, and I found out it was me on my other cell phone.
Yeah, I'm watching the chat. Yeah, we usually get between like 40 and 50 views per video. So.
Yeah.
I think most of it is people like probably watch it later and like listen while they're playing video games or something like that.
Yeah, I always re-listen to them at least once.
Akinaro is our viewer.
Hey, all right.
That's not
he's
at all.
Still there. He's just like, yeah, this one really sucks this week.
He says, nope, I'm always there, forever.
Yeah. Good on Akinaro. Glad you're here.
Hi.
He's our.
You're one fan.
One fan who's into some like pretty disturbing like hentai lolicon stuff.
Oh, is that why he's watching me?
Probably.
Most likely. Yeah.
That's not creepy at all.
You scared
Well,
Stench
you
ever
said,
off, but how
he's
can Arlo
always
be here?
forever.
What happened?
Like he said in the chat, he's always here forever.
Yay! You have one fan.
Yeah. Well, Stabby never tells anybody that he has a channel either. I only found out about it after I suggested to him that he should start a channel because he's a funny guy.
Well, I did.
He goes, "Oh, I have a channel."
And got a huge spike for a little while.
Yeah. What happened with that? Or should we not talk about it now?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
What exactly did you tell him, dude? Or say about him?
Oh, it was the whole ogre thing. I was talking about how basically because I was in the chat that he got Ogre to join him on the live stream
right.
And they were talking about like, let's talk everything out and kind of bury the hatchet kind of deal, and then they just fucking dogpiled on him.
Oh,
I don't think anybody was right in the situation. I think Ogre's done some pretty fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
But I just to me, it's like, look, if you say you're gonna bury the hatchet, bury the fucking hatchet. Don't.
There was
He got him. He basically tricked him on there just to fucking talk shit. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
There was an ogre situation.
There was what?
There's been all kinds of ogre situations.
I
Ogre's
don't
a pretty
really.
awful guy, dude.
I don't know exactly what happened because I wasn't there for a lot of it. But supposedly, he said something, or not doxed somebody. He got somebody banned off of Twitter for a little while.
Yeah. Was it cognitive thought?
Cognitive thought, but cognitive thought's kind of like a drama queen anyway. So I'm not.
Yeah, he really drags that shit out. That's why I stopped following him too.
And Ogre seems like he Ogre has some temper issues, but he seems to mostly be kind of a nice guy.
Really?
He's been nice to me, but
I did not get
people
that
are
impression
nice
from him at all, dude.
Huh?
I did not get that impression of Ogre at all.
Oh, maybe I just don't. Yeah, maybe I'm missing it.
Yeah, well, I had my experience is him blowing up on one of Liz Reptile's streams and freaking out over nothing.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen that side of it, so I don't know. But I assume that he's done shitty stuff.
Yeah. Like I haven't seen the nice guy, so I'll have to take your word for it on that.
He's been nice to me, but I haven't had a lot of interactions with him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's just a really weird dude.
I'm gonna text him one more hey, and then I'm gonna just forget about him.
Yeah, like the last time I think I had heard from him was when he was talking shit about Liz, and then Liz came on the stream. He came back on the stream and was like kissing her ass like 5 minutes after he was just talking shit about her. It was really weird, dude.
Talking about temper things, like he snaps and then he immediately goes to regretting it essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if he truly regrets it though.
I think he drinks a lot and the alcohol kind of fucking doesn't help.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. He might just be an awful person, but who knows?
You don't know him that well anyways, right?
Mm-hmm. What?
I said you don't really know him that well anyways.
Yeah,
so.
I don't really know him that well. So
I couldn't make any definitive judgments on him, but I would just say watch yourself.
No, the only thing I was saying,
be wary.
That I was talking about, I was just criticizing like the dog piling and the
that's definitely a messed up thing.
Using it essentially to just get people interested and dragging everyone into the drama and stuff. And it's just like,
Yeah.
If I have a problem with somebody, I like a mature adult, will talk to them in private and work out that problem between me and that person. I don't need other people to be involved.
Right.
That's because we're the only two that have that problem. We can work it out like rational people.
Yeah, if you're going to try to work it out on stream, it does seem like you're going for the drama angle and going for the views. Yeah.
Which I don't, hey man, it's none of my fucking business. If that's what they want to do, then that's totally their thing. And I don't want to watch. That's all. The only thing I thought was, I think what probably bothered them was I was like, I lost a lot of respect.
Okay, I feel like I need to call this guy. I'm gonna go. Like okay. I was just, I don't know. Should I be upset? I'm kind of upset. I feel like I should be upset.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you said a half an hour and it's been like 4 hours now, right? Pretty much 4 hours since then?
Almost 4 hours. Akanaro says he likes cute little girls. I'm not a little girl. I'm an adult, okay?
Don't listen to her, Akinara.
See, it's not as fun with Akinaro because it's funny when you say like the messed up stuff and then like the dudes on the cunt stream get all freaked out. But I feel like Akinaro would just be like, yeah, say it again.
Thanks, Akinaro. Making me confident in my adultness.
You just gotta talk with a deeper voice.
I'm talking
More like an adult.
I'm an adult. I'm talking in a deep voice. I feel like I have a sinus infection.
I wonder. He reported us as terrorists, so it makes me wonder. Like, is this hangout bad enough that it really is like terrorism?
Let's see how. Yeah, we'll see what the YouTube heroes do with it.
Well, I don't
if they bother.
To us.
Right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If they somehow miraculously noticed.
I don't know. I think Jeff is a really sweet guy. He's just not as intellectual as he thinks he is, but he's very, very nice.
Yeah. Wait, who are you talking about now?
Jeff Holiday. You were talking about the
YouTube. Yeah. No, I was talking about the YouTube heroes. You know, the people that are supposed to watch. You know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, the heroes. That's right. The
ones that are supposed to kind of police the YouTube.
Oh God, I remember that. I wonder if that ever actually came to anything, or if that just sort of like.
Yeah, I think when complaints go in, they're supposed to like review them. I think there's a group of people that are actually reviewing them. Well, you saw what's his name? Are you familiar with what's his name? Tariq. Was it Tariq Nasheed?
I know that everybody doesn't like Tariq.
yeah. He accuses everyone of being white supremacists, whether they're white, black, brown, or whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna call him. This was really fun, but I feel like I need to call him. I feel like I need to be assertive and put my foot down.
What are you gonna call him?
I'm gonna call him and say, "Hey, wake up! Get to work."
Yeah. Make sure you call him a cocksucker too.
Get up, you cocksucker!
Oh, I wonder who this is you're talking about.
It's totally not Roy.
Oh, it's Roy, is it?
It's not Roy. It's not Roy. I'm just teasing you because you like to tease me about Roy.
Yeah, it's totally Roy, dude.
It's not Roy. Roy would not take the time to do this.
I could go through a list, but I'm not.
You don't know who he is.
Country?
No, he's not in the country. But one of the guys.
Is it Schmeckel?
One of the guys did offer to get me one of their old laptops, and I thought that was nice.
Well, that was nice of him.
Yeah, so I've been getting a lot of help. I just hope I don't become like too dependent or spoiled from all this help.
That's just sort of like human nature, though. Like the community aspect of people is kind of nice to see on occasion.
Yeah, instead of all the drama shit.
Well, I wonder if I was like a big 6 foot tall, burly, hairy man, really scary. I wonder if I would be getting all this help I've been getting.
Probably not. So put that as a pro.
Yeah, but I don't like being weak and helpless. I want to punch stuff and be strong.
Nobody does, but I mean, it's okay to accept help from now and then.
From experience, you really don't feel better after you beat someone up. You feel like bad. You feel worse about it.
Okay. Well, still, I wish I could provide for myself like a man.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I'm just saying. Just like from experience.
Like, I can chop the trees down.
I turned a kid's face purple in school when I was in grade school.
Oh, that's really scary.
I punched him hard enough that it actually knocked him over and made him like roll a couple times. No, I felt really bad about it afterwards. I'm like, I feel like such a
somebody said that my punches feel like somebody's throwing marshmallows at them.
That is the greatest analogy ever, dude.
I'm not a marshmallow. I could hurt you. I could kick you in the balls. That would probably hurt.
Well, see, now you just got to be careful, like which guy you're talking about, because there's certain men out there apparently who would be very interested.
Yeah. That might be just what they're waiting for. No, don't kick me in the balls. Please kick me in the balls.
Oh God, I feel like I would just be creeped out. I'd just be like, I'm not gonna kick you in the balls. That's your punishment.
Yeah, you're gonna go without. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder how those fetishes develop, man. Do they just happen? I mean, there's something that happens to people when they see.
I've heard anecdotally. I don't know if this is a fact, but I've heard anecdotally as if like you have like a messed up childhood or some kind of form of abuse or something like that. You get kind of like, as your brain is developing, it gets kind of like confused, or like the wires get crossed. Like if you're abused like as a child, you tend to like want like daddy issues, like you want to be spanked or something like that.
Almost like you feel like you're supposed to be abused because you were abused when you were younger.
Yeah, sometimes. And sometimes people, like, the line between pleasure and pain is like almost not there, that like they confuse pain with pleasure.
Yeah, nails on the back is about as far as I go on the pain thing.
Owie. I want a little bit of a spanking. Just like a little bit of discipline.
Little nipple clamps never hurt anybody.
Yeah, I'm still new, because nobody wants to do all that stuff with me. Nobody!
Well, I'm sure there's people that want to.
Yeah, but once I tell them I'm 20, they run away.
Oh, once you tell them
they run away from you 20.
Huh?
Like you say you're 16. Why would 20 make them run away? That's weird.
It's usually pedophiles that are interested in me.
Oh, okay. All right. I went the other way with that. Okay. Sorry, I don't think like a pedophile, unfortunately.
That's good.
Like, oh, wait, you're actually of age?
So she told him she was 16, that might work out.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah. I kind of forgot. For a second there, I lived in a world where pedophiles didn't exist.
Oh, that world must be nice. That world must be nice.
Yeah, it would be, but unfortunately, no. Back to reality.
Unfortunately, we live in reality. Oh. What was I saying? No, like adult guys that I try to date, like they're like, once we get to like the point, they chicken out because apparently I look so cute. Or I look too young.
Are you like a chibi in real life or something with like giant eyes and just like...
I don't know. They're like, oh my god, I can't do this. You look like a kid. I can't.
A pink bed with like stuffed animals on it that are all just fucking staring them down or something. I mean,
I don't.
There's a bunch of row of dolls along one wall.
No, I don't have any dolls in my room. I have one Star Wars action figure that's my son's in my room.
Are there just like a bunch of pictures of your kid looking at them or something?
No.
Oh, you said no in a way that makes me...
Yeah, that was a little hesitant.
I have one picture of my baby. All my pictures are still on my phone, okay? I feel guilty now. You're making me feel guilty. I need more pictures.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't need men.
I'm just picturing
it. You'll be fine.
Please,
she's gonna get more pictures, and then like in a month she'll have a guy over, and like it'll just be like 100 pictures of a baby staring at him. And it'll just be like, I think it'll work for me.
No, it's just like, I don't know. Like I get to the point, and they don't want to do any like BDSM stuff. They don't want to like have sex with me. They're like, you can't do this. You look 16. I gotta go.
Well, how do they get to that point? Like that's what I don't understand. Is like they should have realized that when they first meet you.
Because my boobs are really small, and like if I take off the heavy makeup I use to try to look older, I look a lot younger. And...
I don't know. Take it off. Let it smear after you're done.
You know what? Don't shave.
Smear naturally.
Huh?
Don't shave anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Out like your armpit hair, your leg hair, everything. Get like a big bush going.
Yeah. Well, you can trim it, but don't shave it completely. I know that's the style nowadays, but that'll at least prove that you're not, underage, I guess.
I don't know. It's just,
Nice little landing strip.
It's hard, because I was dating a 40-year-old. He turned out he was married. Then I was trying to date a 36-year-old. He was married. And there's a 27-year-old, and he has a fiance. I don't know.
You have really bad taste in men.
I do. That's why I don't want to date. That's why I'm.
He's just young and has poor judgment, dude.
I'm not dating. I'm gonna be responsible and just not date.
Oh, sooner or later you will if you it's too hard not to. But
just do the random Craigslist hookups. You'll be fine.
No! Oh my God! No! What is wrong with you? What? Do you want me murdered?
Oh.
I was going to say, one of the things that when you're young, it's really easy to mistake is the confidence, because confidence is very attractive for arrogance. It's really easy to mistake the two. There's a lot of guys who are really arrogant, and they come off as super confident, and it's really attractive. But they just turn out to be assholes because it's not really confidence.
Yeah. That's why I'm just not going to date for a while. I think it's just the more responsible thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Just don't jump into anything.
Just cry alone that I don't even have a battery operated boyfriend.
Yeah. Now that is tragic.
You should say about.
Although you've got fingers, dude. They'll work in the place of that for now.
They're too small.
Christ, dude.
I am tiny.
You've got cucumbers. You've got pickles.
I don't have those things. And the pickles are sliced, and I have little midget hands. Also, I grow my nails out. So
all right, well, make it a fist then.
You see, oh God, no. You see, I like to grow my nails out, and that's not something women like. That's how lesbians know what a lesbian is, because they look at their nails. They have short nails, they're ready to go. And I like to grow my nails out. And that's not good.
Oh.
You could use a glove, probably.
My issues with trying to date people.
I just need a vibrator.
Well, until you get the vibrator. I'm not telling you to make a habit of it. I'm telling you to tie you over.
Now. Give me a vibrator.
Yeah, that should probably work. There you go.
And then it'll charge on its little thing, charge and plug in the wall. It's electric toothbrush, vibrates.
Oh, but what if my son uses that?
Yeah, I think it's a ways away from making it to your electric toothbrush vibrator.
I know.
You're okay for a while.
I just buy me one. This is the one gift I will accept.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me.
You're asking two broke dudes to buy you a vibrator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me.
Yeah, we're both broke, dude. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Give me.
Yeah. We will maybe start a Kickstarter for you, but I don't even know if we can put that much effort into it. Even that's kind of pushing it.
It's like I was good. I thought about doing it, but then I remembered I had this bag of weed, and I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Akinaro was going off on if you were 13 or 14, he would treat you like a princess. So if you're willing to move to Poland.
I don't want to go to Poland. He probably wants to dress me up like a doll. Take pictures of me. Wait, I'm not 13. Please leave me alone, Akinaro.
You don't have to actually
dressing up like a doll and taking pictures things start.
I feel like that's what Akinaro's into.
Oh, okay. I was just like
I just have a feeling that's what he's into.
It sounded like something like some creepy guy was like, "Hey, can I put you in this little like pink dress?" And
yeah, it sounded like something from Experience.
No, I have a feeling that's what he's into. By the way he's talking, he's like, small boobs, cute. Spain, he's in Spain. Oh, now I'm gonna avoid Spain. Not Poland. I'm 20 years old.
Yeah, come on, we have 2 fans, Stabby. Can't keep this shit straight.
I'm an adult. I'm sorry, Akinaro. I'm 20 years old. I'm not 13 or 14.
Don't believe her.
I am. I showed my ID once. No, people still don't believe me.
Oh, those are easy to get. Fake IDs.
Oh my god. I hate fights. I beat the shit out of everybody for it. I'm reading your chat now. I would rather buy you stuff and cuddle with you. Thank
See,
you,
that's
Akinaru.
nice.
Yeah, but I'm still 20. I'm probably too old for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Akinaro, if she makes it to Spain, will you have a vibrator ready for her?
I feel like this has turned into like a weird pimping thing now.
that is kind of messed up.
Anymore.
All right, disregard that. Pretend I didn't ask, but you're probably going to answer.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable anymore.
My apologies. I obviously didn't see the line as I was blowing past it.
I would dress you in a school uniform, and that would be enough for me.
To be fair, most dudes would be into like a dressing in a school uniform thing.
Yeah, that's weird, but you're right.
That's a very common thing.
Yeah, I don't understand
cool
it, but I don't mind a school uniform either.
For me, it's like I like it when a guy dresses up like a priest or like a doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, priest.
Let's
or
focus
a
on the
doctor.
doctor one.
Well, you like to play doctor?
Or a priest. I like the priest.
Oh, like the
Stop bringing that up.
Or
so you can pretend to like have a confession session with the priest.
Yeah, and he's like in his black shirt
with the little white collar thing sticking out the front.
Yeah.
And he rips it off and starts doing a striptease for you.
No, I hate those strip teases. Those are horrible. Or like
Right.
I like dressing up. I like dressing up men like women. I like it when men wear women's panties.
Yeah. That's pretty common too, apparently.
Is that normal?
I'm gonna be the man now.
Not super. It's not that rare, I guess I should say.
It's not normal.
I had a friend that I wouldn't. Actually, I probably wouldn't mind doing it, but I've never done it. But I had a friend of mine who was dating, or not even dating, they were just hooking up, but that the chick was into that shit. And he would dress up in fucking, dresses and shit.
Like he doesn't have to wear a dress for me. He just has to put on panties.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah, maybe lipstick, kind of cute.
I did that for Halloween once. Shit, why not?
Like, that's it. That's all I have. That's all I need.
You're not asking a lot.
No, just like put on a black shirt, put on a collar, wear women's panties, and just do stuff that adults do that I realize I'm talking on air on a live stream.
After the confession. Act out the confessions, maybe. How's that?
On a side note, you should make an ASMR channel. You would get some money with that voice. Thank you. I love my voice. This is the best voice ever. I'm so glad I can make money with this voice.
Yeah, it might not be bad as a whisperer, man. You'd get more respect.
Hello there. Welcome to my ASMR channel.
Yeah, work on it, but I think you can get there.
Is
Give me money. Give me money.
Is that the one where like they chew on things and like
yeah,
role playing stuff? Like you go to the dentist's office and whatnot.
Yeah, they do a lot of weird shit, but it's basically just whispering and crinkling shit and fucking.
Give me your money.
Crinkling shit by the mic.
Give me your money.
Like they'll literally have like a mic for the left and right ears, basically. It's weird. Although I listen to it, I don't give a shit about the role playing, but I listen to it to help me get to sleep sometimes.
Give me your money.
I have a video. I can't sleep unless I listen to a video of a shower head running.
Yeah, running water. Like I said, I'm going camping. Like if I'm next to a creek or something, I never sleep as well as I do when I'm falling asleep in a tent next to a creek that's running.
Oh,
I've been watching the Bible Reloaded to go to sleep lately. That sounds weird. It's just, I don't know, there's something about those guys' voice.
Mm-hmm. Plus, they're long-ass videos. They're all like at least 20 or 30 minutes.
I like the 40-minute ones just in case I can't sleep.
Yeah. in case you can get to sleep right away.
I'll think about ASMR Kanaro. Right now, I just got paid to read a children's book, so it's probably something I want to get into. What time is it? It is. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this guy and tell him to wake his butt up. I feel like I have said a lot of regrettable things, and I need to get
we
out.
don't regret them at all.
I just realized you guys are like 37 and 40 something.
We just had fun conversations, man. That's
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't make you draw anything out of you. We're just talking here. Plus, you can rest assured that hardly anybody is going to see this.
Yeah.
No. Just one day you guys are going to get super famous, and then this is going to come out, and then my son's going to find it, and he's going to be ashamed to call me his mommy.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Stabby will be willing to private the video at that point. If any of those things magically happened.
Not the channel I would be worried about. I would be worried about the Jesus and Hitler.
Yeah. They got a lot of other stuff to get through before they get to this one.
Or the one where, like, the fucking...
You guys are so nice to me. I feel like you guys wouldn't be so nice to me if I was a big, barely 7 foot tall man.
Well, we're both nice to each other, and that's pretty much what we are.
You guys are nice. You guys treat me like you just want to cuddle me like a kitten.
Okay.
I didn't quite make out what you said. The fucking ringing in my ear. I have tinnitus, which is a constant ringing in one of my ears. So
that's horrible. I said you guys treat me so nice. It's as if you want to cuddle me like I'm a cute little kid. That's how nice you treat me.
I don't know. I don't like cats. Cats are bad.
Just cuddle me like something soft and cute.
Like a dead rabbit?
Like a what?
Like a dead rabbit. Sorry.
Like a rabbit's paw.
Like a dead rabbit.
Yeah. Sorry, the first thing I could think of that would be disturbing.
I'm cute like a bunny.
All you gotta do is just choke her a little too long, Stabby. You're right there.
Please don't choke me. I'm not into choking. Like, that's the one thing I'm not into is choking.
Yeah, none of us are. It was a joke.
Like,
except maybe Akinara. I don't want to speak for anyone.
I told a guy not to choke me once, and he still did it, and I ended up punching him so hard that I managed to hit him just right that I knocked the air out of him.
How the hell do you choke someone after they say no? That's fucking horrible.
Did I ever tell you about the chick I met in Eureka?
I don't think so.
Oh, this is a fucking wacky story.
Yeah.
It's what Opal was talking about. Made me think of it. So I met this chick when I was visiting a friend of mine up in Humboldt University. I went down and spent like a week in Eureka hanging out with the dude. Well, technically Arcata, but it's around Eureka. And we hung out with this girl that he knew that he was friends with. And, like, her boyfriend apparently thought, like, we were both trying to date her, which is weird because neither of us were even remotely interested. And so he showed up and hung out with us, like, one time when we were all shooting pool. And then after that, he was apparently, like, every time she would talk about him, he was driving around looking to beat us up.
Oh, wait, you told us that? Yeah, you told us last week. I just didn't know where it happened.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And then, like, I exchanged emails with her for a little while because I was like, this is a really crazy situation and it's entertaining and I gotta find out what happens.
Oh yeah.
And eventually he wanted to bring like knives into like sex play and stuff, and I was like, I was out.
That's not gonna end well. I'm checking out.
There's dudes like that who are just like super abusive.
Yeah,
they like to cut each other, dude. That's fucking.
I've seen some people into that, and I just can't. Like, I can't. Because I'm still young, so I'm a bit curious. So, like,
he was also like tying her up and stuff, and it was just a bad fucking situation.
I guys look at weird videos because I am curious, but I don't think I could be nice. I cannot do fire. I cannot do knives, and I cannot do guns.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do anything that would actually be painful.
I don't think
I can't.
Even
if they wanted it, I mean, I can spank. You know, a nice, pretty stiff spanking is about as far as I go, dude.
What if the guy just has really big biceps?
I can't do the needles where they shove needles in their skin. Ugh, I can't.
Needles?
They shove like knitting needles in their skin.
Mm.
No.
Like some people put like thread in there and they like crochet or make
Fuck?
patterns with the yarn and needles.
Where do you
on
find this shit?
I
God damn, dude. I've
I'm
never heard any of this, dude.
I'm
then-
I'm a bit of a pervert, and I am curious and young, so I look at weird stuff online. Okay.
All right. That's fine. I wasn't. If it sounded judgmental, I apologize. That was not my intent. I was genuinely curious.
No, I find these things. I'm just like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? And then I just get too deep in the rabbit hole and I get scared.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that the girl. Usually, you would think like the guys would know way more about the stuff that's messed up.
Right.
Wait. Oh, that's right. You guys, I know more messed up stuff than you.
Yeah, I'd never gone looking for it, even out of curiosity. So I guess I imagine that's why.
Well,
I usually go for what I think will, I'm looking for porn. I'm looking to jack off, so I'm looking for something I'm turned on by.
Yeah, see, that's how it starts. But then I'll click the next link, and then I'll just go to this. And then I'm like, oh, well, what's this? Maybe it's new. Maybe I'll like it. And I'll be like, what was this? And then this. And then I get too deep in the thing because I'm too curious for my own good, and then I get scared sometimes. I think
and then you're watching people get a thread knit into their skin.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like 2% of the time, I find things that I like that I'm not going to talk about.
Hey, why stop now, man? Come on.
Because I have to. I have to call a guy.
All right.
It has been 4 hours, and
yeah.
I am.
You're kind of waiting for him to like finish a video, right?
I was very excited. This was gonna be my first video, and I was excited. I was telling my friends, like, I'm gonna make a video tonight. Yay! First video. And he works. He works. He has a job. He's probably very tired. But I'm gonna be selfish for a moment and be upset.
I don't even know if that's selfish. That's kind of reasonable at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's doing this for free because he's nice.
Yeah. Okay, that's somewhat mitigating, but still, if he's agreeing to do it, then you're waiting to get a video done. You're waiting on him.
Oh, George A. Romano, Night of the Living Dead director.
George Romero
dies at 77.
Yeah, the original zombie guy.
Died of lung cancer. Oh, I saw that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead is a really good classic movie.
All right, well, I just gave you guys a topic to talk about. I'm going to go. Goodbye.
All right, have a good night.
All right. I think we've been streaming for 4 hours. I think it might be time to just shut the stream.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, my God, you're good at...
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Sorry.
I'm disappointed that we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, George Romero. It's sad, but what is there to say, man? In 70s, he had a good life. Made some fucking awesome films.
And he lived a while longer, and then he died.
Yeah, I'm sure it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure he had a good time.
It's so funny.
He made it into one of the zombie games on the Call of Duty, He had a full life. Right. Yeah, I forget which one. The Call of the... What was it called? Call of the Dead or something. But yeah, one of the zombie maps on... I can't even remember which Call of Duty. But yeah, he's one of the characters in one of the zombie maps. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead. No.
Oh,
Trying to remember which one it was, but anyways. Yeah, he was actually a character in one of those.
That's pretty fucking cool. Sort of like Stan Lee being in all of his movies.
All right. Yeah, good old Stanley. Just watching him. I didn't realize it, but Jack Kirby is like pretty much as important, if not more important, than Stan Lee.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But he's just, I guess, kind of eschewed the limelight in a way that Stan Lee didn't.
Probably smart though. I mean, I'd love the money from being a rock star, but I wouldn't love the fucking not being able to go outside.
Yeah, yeah. Like I know a lot of people like want to be famous, and I find I find that terrifying, dude. Like being famous and not being able to go out without like people recognize you and like mobbing you, or even just recognizing you. It doesn't even have to be a mob, really. Like I kind of feel like awkward when I run into like friends from high school. So like I can't imagine what it would be like being famous, dude.
Oh yeah. I just like it can't go see a movie in a theater when you want to. You gotta see like fucking in a private theater or like screen it at your own house or something like that.
Yeah, it seems like it would be like kind of a lonely existence. Like you'd almost have to be kind of isolated.
Well, and like,
Or be constantly mobbed.
I'll touch with reality. I mean, like a lot of these celebrities, man, I don't think they fucking understand what it's like to be a person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Oprah, why don't you just have your driver fill up the tank for you?
Yeah, exactly. Or like
Yeah.
I don't know, you're seeing what was it? McDonald's was giving out advice to their employees on how to live on lower wages.
Oh wow, really?
And they fucking one of the things they put out, I swear to I shit you not, was like this fucking list of like tipping for Christmas or something like that. And they were like, don't tip your fucking masseuse, and
Wow.
it was pretty fucking ridiculous. They were giving out like, this is how much you tip your masseuse, this is how much you tip your driver.
Wow.
And
damn, I can't imagine being that.
They were saying you can make extra money in the holidays by selling gifts that you don't need.
Jesus, dude.
It's fucking
wow.
It was all on their website for a while. The CEO, I guess, had a big part of putting it up there, and they were like, "Fuck no!" And they took it all.
How does nobody stop you? Are they just afraid to say no to him because they're the fucking CEO? I guess.
How did nobody stop that fucking redheaded comedian chick who fucking held up the fake Trump head?
Yeah, yeah.
No, she either has no friends or she was alone on that day because
yeah. Like, hey, this might get some kickback.
Yeah, anybody who claimed to be her friend would have been like, that's a really fucking bad idea. Just not a good plan.
Yeah.
Like, you look like a fucking terrorist. That's not.
Yeah. You're kind of scary looking yourself. Have you ever seen? Did you see her apology video? What she looks like without all the makeup? She looks like a goddamn scarecrow, dude. Like she's not remotely pretty when she's in makeup, but she's not like, yeah.
She's just old, man. I mean, she got old. She's like in her 50s or 60s,
Yeah, I don't think she was ever. I don't think she was ever particularly attractive, though, dude.
I don't know. I'm blinded.
That's what I was listening. Actually, I was listening to Artie Lang on was it Craig Ferguson? Yeah, he was on with Craig Ferguson, and he was talking about it. He's like, yeah, she was there with her makeup guy, and whatever that guy's getting paid, it's not enough.
See, for me, the red hair does it, man. That just like adds like 10 points.
Yeah, no, I like redheads, but dude, not that one. Actually, I was just thinking about that. The first girl I ever kissed, the first girl I had sex with, redheads, dude.
Redheads?
So yeah, and actually, a chick I went to school with that I didn't date. Yeah, I was just thinking about her too. She's a fucking redhead. Who actually wanted to date me, but I was still afraid of women at that point, so I didn't.
Yeah, can't blame you on that one. Fucking, I mean, everybody has shitty relationships, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first girl I was interested in high school, because like I just kind of a late bloomer in that respect. Fucking let me take her out while she was dating my best friend for like months.
Wow.
And she wasn't really dating me, but she was letting me like take her places and spend all sorts of money on her and shit.
Right. Getting used. Yeah, I've been that guy. Well, maybe not quite to that extent, but yeah, I've definitely been the nice guy getting used.
Yeah. Ooh, Akinaro's into redheads too. This is getting weird. I'm
So
glad
curve
everybody's
out on
here
it.
to be like, I'm a redhead.
Let's start naming off hot redheads we know of. What the fuck? I can't even think of any right now. What the hell's wrong with me?
Fucking
Jesus, dude.
oh, she's in the Red movie. She's not totally a redhead though.
Which one?
The main chick in the Red movie.
Oh, yeah.
She's kind of like auburn hair, but she's pretty fucking hot. And then oh, there's a redhead that's in. I can see her in my head, but
I keep thinking of Amy Adams.
is she a redhead or a blonde?
I'm pretty sure she's a redhead. The one that was in like Wedding Crashers.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Yeah, she's cute. Yeah. Is Jennifer Garner? No, she's not a redhead.
No.
Am I thinking she's a fucking red? Oh, all the red she wore when she was playing Elektra. You must be fucking with me. Because, yeah, you know what? I didn't think she was like hot at all until I saw that movie. And then I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, really. All right, man. I really do got to call the stream. It's been like 4 hours.
Yeah, definitely, dude. All right, man. Well,
For showing up.
This was
Thank you,
fun, man.
Akinaro, for tuning in.
yeah, Akinaro, as always. Thank you.
Next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
All right. We are out.